By the way, that old grain was working like a motherfucker when I got home.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
It only took me a fucking month and a half to get it running. I'm thinking I had to have something going on. I had to have something going on with my water when I started it.
Man, that mash looks good enough to eat, man.
Dude, it's a kill. Urban mash. I mean, it was just, I have fought and I have no idea what it's going to turn out like now. It's got
You
so
can
much
smell
fun.
it just looking at you, can't you?
Dude, there's a pound and a half of yeast in that shit. I mean, because I'd adjust and throw some yeast at it, throw some sugar at it. Who knows what I'm going to come up with? I have no idea.
What's up, Stewie?
Not much, man. What's going on?
Not much, buddy. How's it been going?
Just fucking working, battling the heat.
Getting a little warm out there, is it?
It was, man. We fucking rolled for 13 days. The first stretch was 13 days over 105, and then it went like a 10-day stretch where it was all over 103. Couple 3-day stretches, 108, 109.
Now, was this like a month ago when we were having our heat wave, or just here
Yeah.
recently? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was everywhere. Was hot as fuck, man. I know we were in Beattyville, man. And it was fucking unbelievable. It was like 94 with 104 heat index. It was miserable. Hot as fuck.
Yeah, we had one day where I didn't leave the house, and it was 108 or 109 with a heat index of 113.
No thanks, man. No thanks.
What everybody up to?
So
Just chilling, man. Living the dream.
Wore out from the week.
have them.
Fucking wore out, man. My hands are so sore, dude.
What have you been working?
Working on that copper, man.
I'm going elk hunting tomorrow. I'm leaving tomorrow morning.
Are you?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hi, Tom.
I did. Oh,
Phil's been polishing his worm too hard, man. His hands are sore.
Yeah.
Look, dude, I've washed my hands 10 times. I even used vinegar, or not vinegar, but peroxide. You see how green they are?
They don't look a whole lot different when I left there a couple hours ago.
Dude, I scrubbed them with some sugar scrub my old lady has. I used
oh yeah, he's been
Dawn
out.
dish soap. I used a bar soap. I used goddamn peroxide, and that looked like my hands got the clap, dude. Seriously, look at that green drip.
Need to use some of that 551 solution.
Probably. What's up, Chewy Baca?
Not much. 97 today here.
Hell yeah.
I think it might have hit in the 80s here today. Maybe not. I don't think he got it better.
We got a little break this week, man. It ain't been so
Yeah. Oh, it's 85 right now, so I guess it did.
77 here. So
yeah, it's pretty nice.
It was in the upper 70s most of the day here. It's 83 now. Let's see.
Yeah, like 2 days ago, it was like 103.
fuck
Yeah, we got
that.
we got like 95 or 96 today, something like that.
Dude, I ain't been in my pool in a week because my kids got football practice, and I've been so busy. Other than that, sucks. I like to get in it once a day, every day if I can.
Hey, Lisa. What's going on, Gordon?
I'm gonna get to make some
Yeah.
liquor in a couple weeks, or well, I'm gonna get to mash in a couple weeks. That's fucking cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Tom's picture from Maggie Valley standing next to Chewbacca keeps popping up on my Facebook page. He looks like a wannabe Chewbacca.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Me? I'm not a wannabe. Look, I'm just a baby. I'm just a baby Baca. Look at that.
Baby Baca.
Yeah.
I'm baby Baca.
I'm Papa
That's
Buck.
it, dude.
You're just my long lost illegitimate brother. I mean, illegitimate brother.
It's because I'm not related to my relatives like you are.
No, hey, my family tree actually does have a fork in it. May be only one, but it's got at least one.
That's
You know
not
what I'm
enough.
saying?
That's
It's
not
got
enough.
Hey,
fork,
hey.
what else?
Hey, on this side of the Mississippi, they branch out like real trees.
And it could
Oh,
be
do
your
you?
stepsister and have a fork, bud.
So what are you trying to say? I mean, she was my half sister. The other half was daddy's.
Oh, David, what's up, Mike? Jason?
Hey, I said that. Hey, Stuart, I said that one time in the middle of like in North Carolina, back when I was driving concrete mixer. You know, when I first started, he's like, "Hey, so let me ask you, Tom, if a man and a woman get a hurried up divorce in West Virginia, they still consider brother and sister?" I was like, "Whoa, wait a minute." It's like, first off, she was my half sister because the other half was my daddy's. You know,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh yeah, you ain't gonna get shit on me because I don't care." You know, that's easy.
My old man had this buddy named Junior, and he was from West Virginia, and he'd always ask Junior. He'd be like, Junior, you know, the toothbrush was invented in West Virginia, and he was like, "Oh yeah." My dad would say, "If it was invented anywhere else, it'd be called a teeth brush, motherfucker." Junior would always be like, "Fuck you, you son of a bitch."
I'll be back. I'm eating dinner.
All
All right, brother.
Damn, Chewbacca gone. Where'd he
We
go?
still got baby Baca though.
Oh, that's all that matters.
And Papa Baca.
I did this mountain brandy last Friday, and I ain't tasted a lick of it.
You've been speaking curses since 12:03.
Actually, I have. I tried to call you earlier.
I know. I was on the phone 3 different times. Every time you call, I was like, I'll call you right back. And then Ginger left, and I had to do this. It's crazy. So, yeah.
Oh, dude.
My ringer
We had
on.
we had a work event today, a drinking event, and I literally have been talking cursive since about probably 1:03 at least.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I went and saw Phil and Ian. They was packaging up, finishing up. Who knows how many goddamn 3-ounce fills. I don't know if I like this stuff, man. Peach Mountain Brandy.
Baby pop.
Don't be fucking shit up, dude. Kick out! You see him kick out?
Man, it's all right.
He's getting big, man. He's growing up, isn't he? Here comes the claw.
Tom, you know what got me there today?
What's that?
Well, those two.
Ah,
Hang on.
is that what started you on the path of unrighteousness?
And
Yeah.
that one.
I didn't get into that crummy shine. How the hell did that happen?
I've drank it.
That's 2 festivals now, and I come on twice. They ain't crummy shine. That's
It's because Bean and PD fucked that shit up.
yeah.
There was no lack of it getting drunk around there. I'm
Oh
telling
no,
you.
I got a taste of it at least. I was glad to get a taste of it that night.
I swear to you, I brought 22 of those pint bottles, and then I didn't even bring any home or nothing. It all went away.
Well, I
I took a bunch. I took like 70-some pouches, and I think I came home with an 8.
I took 24 of them little, you guys saw them, them little round bottles. They were almost a pint. And I ate 24 pouches, and I didn't come home with a damn thing.
Shit, I was
But
getting around with.
I made that a point. Fuck that. I didn't want to bring nothing home. I took
I
it to
didn't
get
either.
rid of, and I got rid of it.
Shit,
Hell,
I gave away enough
parties
liquor. I
happening.
could have got elected in Pike County, man.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Them hotel parties, if you didn't get rid of that liquor, you wasn't trying, because
Yeah.
we was drinking. We was drinking, that's for damn sure.
Phil shows up with a damn minivan full, and it just got passed out. Looked like damn Oprah Winfrey giving out fucking cars. You get a pint. You get a pint.
Shit, dude, he just handed me the flat, and it was like a free-for-all, like, get what you want, motherfucker, get it quick.
I went over there, like
Leave-
90
leave-
people out of the way
Leaves
to
a
get to
case
that
sitting out on
stand.
the picnic table, and hell, it's 4 o'clock. Party's in, and me and Wes like, man, I guess we'll just put this up and bring it back out tomorrow. That's what we did. I guess I took that case over to the Comfort Inn and gave it to Dame. And next thing I know, I'm like, hey man, can you give me one of those jars? No, they're gone, man. They're gone.
What do you guys say on the Silver Queen?
Queen corn. If it was me, I'd cut every bit of it off the cob, and I would run it through a blender, and then I'd boil the cobs for about 45 minutes, like I did mine. Dump it all back in the barrel. Add some sugar to get it to about a 1065, and just I don't want it real hot.
I was gonna say, if you got it fresh, run it fresh. Don't dry it.
No.
Yeah.
It'll
If
pull
you run
way
it fresh, you'll
more
get a lot more sweetness out of it.
Yeah, you get what you want out of it, especially infusing with it and stuff, man.
Yeah, I bet you I used 3 gallons of that out of my mash with some fresh, bag sweet corn, in Thumper Man. Yeah, it was awesome.
something like that.
One right there.
I heard that's got a little blood in it.
It does. It's got a little.
750,
It's got a little AND in it. AND. I mean, sorry, I'm dyslexic. DNA.
That ain't gonna scare me off, motherfucker.
No, dude. You
It's
know how
got
much
AIDS.
sweat and everything else gets in them mash barrels when you're outside and standing over top of them. Yeah.
Hey, me and Phil was just talking the other day. He was giving me some real yeasty corn, trying to get this fucking mash to kick off. He's like, hey, them flies is free, Man, these guys that say, oh, you got flies in it. What? Yeah. If you ain't got flies in it, you ain't making liquor. Come on now.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, if you ain't got a fruit fly in your mash, it must not be no damn good.
It ain't sweet enough. You ought to sweeten it up a little bit and make it better mash.
Hell yeah.
You got a minute. You ain't cooking outside.
I couldn't tell you how many's in it now. There's a bunch of them. They're dying, so it's got liquor in it now.
Got a little alcohol in it.
Yeah.
Nah, this mash took off like a damn rocket and ran for 2 days. And I thought, son of a bitch, it worked off that fast. And then I dumbed up and I tried to run it. Well, it wasn't ready, nowhere near. And I checked it was still at a 050. And
Oh, hell yeah.
I started
That's good right there.
Maggie. I started it 2 weeks before Maggie, and I'm still red, white, and blue.
Yeah, that's what I'm sipping
I
on.
tell you, there ain't nothing like
Little
fresh
jar
corn
like
liquor.
myself here, Santa.
Yeah,
Little jar.
yeah, me too. Man, it's mostly a
That Silver
good
Queen
liquor.
is
That was a good
shit.
run right there.
Yeah, I definitely do it that way. Just cut it off and then boil the cobs. Put the cobs in there too.
Yeah,
Do you ferment the cobs or not?
I do.
Because I'm just saying I see it hit and miss. I've never ran a fresh corn, but I see it hit and miss if they ferment the cobs or pull them out 2 days later, or you see it everywhere.
That's what I was going to say is what I did on mine. It literally, I'd go out there like twice a day and push them back down in, you know what I mean? And stir them around, because if you let them go, because they will sink just like a damn, like a grain, like a cap, they sooner or later will sink, but you got to keep mashing them down, because them some bitches, man, they'll mold and get funky on top quick. Because I mash in outside in the summertime. It was hot,
It probably builds a cap like a damn fruit, like a big,
Yeah. But I'd go out there. I wouldn't really, Wes, I wouldn't stir it. I'd just kind of mash, just push everything kind of down in,
They call it punching the cap.
Punching.
But you're not literally.
I like to call it fisting the cap.
Fist. I like fisting the cap.
I like fisting a little better.
You would.
That's my word of choice. What do y'all do to prevent fruit flies? There ain't nothing you can do. You got 10 different barrels of mash going on. You're going to have them. The best thing you can do is set a couple jars of vinegar out, Some of them might go in there and die, but you're still gonna have fruit flies.
I had,
no matter what you do.
I like to sweeten. I sweeten up a jar. I'll dump a bunch of sugar and water in a jar, and then put some Dawn dish soap. And the ones that gravitate to that, which ain't fucking a quarter of them, will die when they hit that dish soap.
Well, yeah,
Definitely mash on grain.
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm on the grain kind of guy.
We ain't making beer on grain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's just like the fruit flies. Now you can get you a big vacuum cleaner and suck them up out. I mean, they're always going to come back, but you can suck them out for a while and then try to kill them out the best you can.
You can hang the tape.
Like I said, I make a real sweet just water. I mean, I just put hot water and sugar with dish soap on top of my mash barrel, and a few of them go in there. Most of them don't, but I don't know. Maybe it helps. Maybe it don't. It keeps them off of me. At least
I made like PhilBilly's talking about. I took a jar and put a funnel in it, put a little tape around the funnel and the jar, and those some bitches would fly right down in there and through that funnel, crawl in there, and it's hard for them to find their way out, man. And that thing was thick with flies after a few days, man. It got them.
But if you look it up, dish soap is what do they call it? Surfactant or something. Once they get in it, they can't breathe and they'll die in it.
Yeah, I put dish soap in there. I just have mash in it.
You could use anything. If they can't get out, they'll drown.
It really, honestly, none of it fucking works. I just do it to keep them off of me. Because if I don't do that, they want to surround me when I'm trying to do shit. So,
Absolutely.
Hold on, Gage.
So, or you can airlock it. You know what I mean? If you wanted to airlock it, you can keep them out that way. Airlock it, I mean, they can't get in. But I don't see any. I don't airlock shit. So, I mean, I'm just saying.
When I first started, I used airlocks, but an airlock ain't gonna work on a 50 or a 65-gallon drum.
Nope.
I mean,
if you make it big enough and with a hose and a 2-liter.
Well, yeah, you're going to have a big blow off into a cup of water or alcohol or something. I mean,
I used to put just water in that, and I noticed fruit flies crawling around inside there. Somehow they made it through the water, survived, and crawled up the damn thing. So I put heads in there now, man.
I put head. I used to use airlock. I put heads in my airlock.
I got an airlock on my 60-gallon drum, but mainly just to keep flies out of it.
Yeah.
So, Gary, I've done it before. I use at least 20 gallons or 20 ears of corn per 5 gallons. I've used more. It's what you have. If you don't have that much, then 20 per 5 gallons. But you could use twice that if you wanted to. It just depends on the space in your fermenter. And the more corn, the more flavor. But about 20 cobs per 5 gallons of work.
You use sugar on top of that, don't you, Phil?
Yes. I use sugar on top of it.
So you talk about just corn cob shy or just fresh cob?
Yeah, fresh cob.
How did I guess?
Four years.
Yeah.
How many cobs do you think it takes to do an all-grain fresh corn? That's what I want to try. Because I think you want to talk about flavor. I think you do an all-grain fresh corn.
You're going to have to do it off grain, or you're going to have to do a 55-gallon barrel to get 20 gallons.
Oh, well, I mean, I know that. That's how I do fruit. I mean, I only get 20 gallons of mash out of 40 gallons worth of, you know what I'm saying?
And I'm going to tell y'all something I've figured out. I've done fresh corn 100 times. I've cooked it, and I've done it cold. You ain't going to get no extra sugar out of that corn by cooking it.
That's what I was going to say. You're not converting starches to sugar in in a sweet corn, because it's just designed to be sweet. It's not really designed and made to get a lot of starches out of. So you're not going to get a lot of conversion that way. It's a totally different thing.
So you can cold mash it. It's fine.
But don't you have so long after you pick it to before it converts to a starch? I thought
it'll have to start drying on the cob.
It has to dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It dries. Yeah.
See, what I
not
did
meant for that.
I mean, there's starches in there. It's just that's just not what it's really designed for
yeah,
to be a
it's
high
not that
starch
type of
meat.
corn.
Yeah, it's
And
just
I didn't, but I like y'all. I didn't cook my corn, that was in the barrel. I didn't do. I just poured that hot water that was on the cobs. You know what I mean? In there, I didn't do any
just
other.
anything that's on it.
Yeah, I didn't do anything. So, and like I said, I bet you I had 100+ ears of corn for a 25-gallon mash. So
It's about the same. Four. I think Phil was saying 4 ears per gallon. That'd be about the same exact. Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was 100+. I ain't for sure, really. You know what I mean? Some of it bigger than others, but yeah.
I did way too much once.
So did you just feed the whole thing into your grinder, Phil?
No, I cut it off. I cut it off the cob, and then I'll throw about 10 cobs in there, just because them cobs supposedly have some natural amylase in them.
Right. They used to make corn cob shine. I mean, that was the thing.
Yeah. It tastes beautiful. I love it. It's one of my favorite things to do. It's really good.
Hey,
but
a corn cob jelly. You can make jelly out of corn cob. I mean, it's a
me and Phil done that last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good. Tastes like honey.
Oh
You
yeah.
wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
It kind of does taste like honey on cornbread, because that's how we always ate it. My grandma used to make it. You eat that on cornbread, makes tongues like brains out, boys.
That's next level, son.
Yeah.
Hey, Santa Claus popped in.
Not yet.
Well, I can hear you. Oh, there's Damon. I see you now.
What's going on, Damon?
Yeah. Where's Gage at? He's at a damn football game, high school football game.
What the fuck was Wes calling me for?
I know he ain't running track.
Because I've been drinking since 103.
I was drunk, Damon.
Shit. Finally got this damn thing fixed.
The same reason I call you guys the goddamn 4 o'clock in the morning every once in a while.
Yeah.
You gotta get a laser level. Yeah, you're gonna need a laser level. That motherfucker said that 27 times at fucking 2:30 in the morning. I'm laying in bed like, yeah, I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get me. What you gonna get? I'm like, a laser level. I'm getting a laser level.
I don't even remember saying it the first time.
You need a laser level.
Everybody needs a laser level, man.
Like you could do it without it.
Never get it.
Listen, boys, when you go camping and you take a bunch of clear jars of liquor and you ain't got nowhere else to go, you get fucked up.
Yeah.
And then everybody else goes to bed and you're not done getting fucked up, so you call your buddies.
You call Bad Santa, nobody else answers the damn phone.
Damn, man.
I tell you what, Tom answers if it's about 1 o'clock, he'll answer. About 3 o'clock, I'm out to the world. My damn medicine done kicked in and I'm gone. So yeah.
Shit, that's my
I probably tried to call you too. I don't remember.
Motherfuckers call me at 2 o'clock in the morning.
And sometimes that motherfucker will call you at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm just saying. Hey man, let me tell you something, brother. Man, let me tell you something. What, Damon?
I never called you at 2 o'clock in the morning.
I'm drunk. That's the only thing I heard that whole night. Man, I'm drunk. I was like, yeah, you are.
You didn't hear
man, let me tell you. And I'm like, tell me. I'm drunk. That's all I heard for 30 fucking minutes.
Hey, drunk texting way better because I can look back and figure out what's going on. I drunk call people and I look at my call log like, oh, dude, I talked to him for an hour and a half and I don't have the slightest clue what the fuck I said. Then you got to ask them, like, dude, did I do anything really dumb? Or...
Cape Charles, Virginia. Man, that sounds like a nice place.
Man, they talk about the damn current. Something bad up the eastern seaboard, didn't they? Isn't they something going on?
I don't know, but I haven't seen Chewy in a while, so it's good to see you, Chewy.
Oh yeah.
Is he can't not hear us? I'm trying to acknowledge him, and I'm trying to say how beautiful he is.
Nah, it's just
maybe he don't want to talk to you, Damon.
I guess not. Damn it, man.
It's tired of your shit.
say my name, bitch.
All right, I'm unmuted now. They was jamming it out.
Are they rocking it?
Yeah, my daughter's a cheerleader. So, of course, they messaged us this morning, was like, hey, we're all going to meet at Anderson County High School football field. I woke up this morning, my back was out. I'm sitting here like, I ain't going no fucking where. The old lady's like, yeah, you are. So, here my ass. I done limped the hell out of there during the thing. I'm heading to the truck.
Do you a few shots first?
No, I ain't got to do that yet. Left to work and went to the doctor. And as soon as I got home, man, she's like, it's time to go. I was like, motherfucker. Now I'm limping to the truck, having to hold my breath every couple steps.
You need
Sounds
shots.
like you should have got a couple shots.
It's time for shots, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sitting on this tailgate till she gets down here with the keys so I go home.
I can't do shots.
I'm drinking that red, white, and blue. Why not?
Because I still got the rest of the house to pack up tonight.
That ain't no excuse.
Did you find a house?
Get drunk before you do it. That way, when you open up the boxes, you'll be like, hell, man, I don't even know. I don't even remember having this.
Yeah, most of the stuff is packed. It's got some odds and ends and stuff. I gotta get my washer and dryer in there.
When
But
you
I'm fucking tired, man.
actually making the move?
It's supposed to be tomorrow morning, providing I get everything.
Did you get that? Where'd you get a place at?
Jamestown.
Oh, hell.
Jamestown. Isn't that close to the marina?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yeah, that's close. That's not too far from marina where I'm living.
Jamestown Marina?
Something like that.
Lake? Hell yeah. We used to go there all the time.
I'm living up in the mountains. So
that's what, like an hour from me?
It's 2 hours from Knoxville.
Oh, shoot, that's real close to me then if you're living in Jamestown.
Yeah. Yep. I'm west of Jamestown a little bit, about 20 minutes. It's still considered Jamestown, but it's just up in the fucking mountains there. Cumberland Mountains.
Yeah. You ever heard of Scott County, Oneida?
Oneida. Yep.
Oneida's just over the border. You ever heard of a place called Static, Tennessee?
No, man.
Yeah.
I hadn't even moved there yet. I ain't heard too much about it.
We used to go there. My cabin was I used to have real close there, and we used to go across there and party at this little dive in Static, Tennessee. Man, I've been ripped there. Had a good time with them.
That's for you, Jason.
Yeah. We live in Scott County in the hills.
Nice. Yeah, dude. I got up this morning, been packing, and then we got the truck at 11. Been loading all fucking day long, and I'm just fucking exhausted.
Hey, listen. The way to do that, you go on the U-Haul website. Go on the U-Haul website. It says moving help.
Yeah.
Dude,
I turned it down. I shouldn't have. I should have paid the extra $300 to have people come out here and do it for me.
Yeah, dude, I paid like $240 to have two guys for a couple hours.
Hey, brother.
Fucking loaded everything, and I only moved 20 minutes down the road. Loaded and unloaded everything. I didn't have to. Now I had it all packed, but I didn't touch shit. On the truck, got it off for $240. I couldn't beat that.
I should have done that.
Damon, you need to drive down to my house, bro. We'll go fishing.
Hey, Chewy.
It's not what I thought, though. I thought there was a marina there. That's not. It's a different
He's
place.
still ignoring me. Yeah, there's a marina not too far from my house.
Yeah,
I ain't bringing my boat to Jamestown.
Chewy.
Chewy.
What's up?
Oh, there he is.
Can you hear Damon?
No, I missed it.
Man, I've been telling you, I miss you. I miss your face.
What was that?
I miss your face, Chewy.
Oh yeah, I didn't make the Maggie this year. My son graduated. We did graduation parties and shit.
Yeah, how was it?
We stayed sober.
Oh man, that's rough.
He said,
Yeah, just north of there, Static. That's what I was thinking it was.
Yeah, Santa, I'm over there by the East Port Marina and Resort.
Is that where you said you waiting for the realtor? You drove down the road and there was a marina right there or something?
Yeah, there's a lake, or not a lake, but a river.
Oh yeah.
It's not far from that Eastport Marina and Resort.
So you driving a U-Haul, Damon?
Oh yeah, I'm pulling a U-Haul in my truck. My ex-wife's driving the big truck.
Oh, y'all, everybody's moving?
Oh fuck yeah, baby! Everybody.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought it was just you. I didn't know everybody was going.
If it was just me, man, I've been got a house full of shit I gotta pack.
Hey, moving. If you ask me, it's probably top 3 worst things in the world.
Oh yeah.
Fucking hate it.
I tell you, if I got to do it again, I'm definitely hiring people to do it. I ain't doing this shit no more.
Well, you know, you got to do it at least one more time when you buy that house.
I ain't moving. I buy it, I'm staying there.
So Jamestown is your final destination?
Yeah, I mean, that's where I learned that my BD's family, when they came over from Scotland and Ireland, they actually, a lot of them settled there in Fentress County by Jamestown.
Cool.
There's a lot of streets named BD, a lot of BD on mailboxes, a lot of BD cemeteries. It's not Beatty.
Do they call it Beatty too?
BD. So fuck you.
Like Warren Beatty?
Motherfucker.
Hey Santa, say my name.
Warren Beatty?
Say my name, Santa.
Jose Beatty.
Beady eyes.
Santos.
You got them beady eyes.
Dale Hollow.
What is it? Ben's called me Santos.
Where'd Tom go?
Hey, he's out tickling his starfish, I guess, something like that.
He got a phone call. I got a phone call.
You were buying that
Mike.
house.
Yeah. Do what?
I thought you were buying that place, Damon.
Eventually, the lady wants me, and we're renting it at first, but she wants me to buy it after a year.
Well, say I thought you gave her a down payment or something to buy it.
Well, I gave her a deposit to move in. I didn't give her
Is
a
this
down
going to
payment.
be
to
a
buy it.
rent on? Or
No, I'm just renting it, but then in a year, I'm gonna go through financing and just buy it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
At least
first
you
of
know-
next year, I'll sell y'all my house. Anybody wants it, let me know.
Nah, man. I'm on 3 acres of land up there, so I'm happy.
cool.
Hell
Hold on,
yeah.
real fan.
What's up, JL?
In my
And you got
backyard,
a river.
my backyard backs up to 18 acres of wooded forest, and then less than half a mile away, there's a river.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna come and hunt your house.
I ain't fucking leaving there, dude. I'm telling you, I'm not leaving. I'll
I'm gonna
die.
come hunt.
Yeah, I don't know exactly where you're at, but now you got Del Hollow, then you got them rivers feeding Del Hollow. I don't know if New River and all them join in, but now I know right before turkey season, whenever they spawn, you can go right by there behind the hospital, but in Jamestown, and you can take a light up that river, and you see nothing but red eyes where them walleye comes in there spawning.
Oh yeah.
As
I'm
a
right
kid, we used to fish
Right up-
on Dale Hollow.
I remember,
I'm out the,
I remember going to Dale Hollow when I was a kid.
I'm right off the East Fork Obi River.
Okay.
They call it Horse Creek, don't they? Dale Hollow, Horse Creek. Is that the same thing, or are they just next to each other?
I'm not for sure. Well, I mean, different places, I think they call them that name too. But yeah, Obi River, it comes from Jamestown and runs into, or Morgan County and runs into Fentress.
Oh yeah, I caught a big old bass, Dale Hollow, off the fucking docks. There were some boat docks, and I caught a big old bass. It was probably about that big.
I was gonna say, come on now, dude. I mean,
That's right.
It was just.
I mean, that's a fucking bass right there. Like, come on, man.
That big. Hold on. That big.
Are you talking about my ass over there? Is that
I think it was spawning or something because it was pregnant and shit.
Right.
And
Now they got good smallmouth and largemouth.
it was a good one.
let Jimmy
Dale
know?
Hollow's got some good fishing, good smallmouth.
And there's this little bait shop, and they made homemade lures. And they have one called a Silver Buddy. That they made them there, and they called them Silver Buddies. And I got one. I wish I still had it, man, because
Hey, Papa.
You know, me and my dad and all my uncles went, and it's just something that never gonna get back. I ended up losing that fucking lure about a year later.
Man, you can pull if you find the nest, you can pull a shiny ass bear hook across it, and they'll fucking grab it. But you gotta go right across the nest.
What? Who let Jeremy into the chat?
He said it'll get bigger as the night goes on.
Everybody plays with a little worm.
Hey, Phil, are you still talking about my ass when you're doing that?
I didn't see. When did Jim sneak in here? I just noticed.
God damn, Jungle Jim.
Who's not down there in the corner?
What's up, buddy?
Who's
Jason,
in charge of the people in here?
Hey, Jason, where you from that you talk on walleye and shit?
Scott County, Oneida, Tennessee, Scott County.
God damn, I didn't know they had walleye that far south.
Yeah, we got walleye muskie in New River, but now right there close to where Beatty's moving to now. Like I said, that Obie River feeding into the. Anyways, they come out of Del Hollow and spawn in Obie River right in there, and like I said, they're just you can see thousands of eyes in there every night time when they spawn.
I love me some walleye, man.
Shit,
We got walleye north too.
Yeah.
I had walleye this summer when I went back home. That was the
I love
first time in 30 years. And the truth of it is, I'd rather have something out of the ocean than walleye.
Oh,
I don't know.
Walleye's good.
Walleye, that's one of my favorite, man. Walleye and I guess crappie and mahi.
If it swims, I will fucking eat it. If it swims, I'll eat
I
that
love my
shit.
grouper now.
You know, sperm swims up into the that area.
Dude. Hey,
You eating that, Phil?
Well, I mean,
they get all kinds of that butt up there.
He showed us that you can convert your pee into clean water. So
That's the Bear Grylls deal, man.
Depends on delivery method. I mean,
Yeah.
As long as it's swimming, he's eating it.
Yeah, Phil's the man. He'll take it either way.
Oh,
I like
I'm joking, Phil. I'm joking, man.
For a little Caesar's pizza, buddy, he'll eat it.
You ain't joking. Everybody loves to give Phil shit, man.
Shit.
Oh, Moonshine Mike Kennebrew. What's going on? Hey, Jeremy. Say my name.
God, damn.
I love seafood, dude. There's this seafood joint by me. It's like you go there and buy the fish, but they'll cook it for you too. It's like a fish deli, I guess you would call it. It's like I don't know what the fuck you call that thing, but
is it Asian?
No. It's like they got ice and they got all this fresh fish that they fly in on planes from all around the world.
It's a legit fish market.
It's a fish market.
I thought I knew what you was talking about, but the one I know about in Dayton is Asian, dude. Everybody, they don't even speak English.
No, it's called the Dayton Fish Co. And if you go in there, they'll cook it for you too. So we used to have a funeral home right across from them. We owned a funeral home. We used it as a warehouse. Huge building. And we go over for lunch about once a damn week, and she'd always have something different. I've tried about 100 kinds of fish, man. One time she had some shit called barramundi. It's like this fish from Australia.
Yeah.
Man, that was good as fuck, dude. But I've tried all kinds of fish. I like trying new shit. I'm a weirdo.
We'll try to do some rockfish tomorrow.
I only like whitefish. It's got to be white, like flaky.
Yeah. I don't like a real fishy taste. Fishy tasting fish.
No, I don't either.
Yeah.
After I got sick eating some catfish, man, and after that it's
a
lot of fish for me.
That's where I draw the line. I will eat catfish, but nah.
It's got to be deep fried, baby.
Man, I got sick on
If I'm gonna eat any fish, it needs to be deep fried.
Yeah.
You get yourself a damn like an amberjack or a grouper steak or something like that. You throw that bitch on the grill. Even a real tuna, throw that on the grill. Shit.
See,
I
They're
love
like
tuna.
eating a piece of steak. No shit. This shit will get caught in your
Well, you know what's
teeth
good is
and the whole
snook.
bit.
You ever had
I've had grouper. Grouper is damn good.
Hey,
Hey, baby.
Have you had snook?
Uh, grouper was really good, but it was deep fried too. The old lady likes a
yeah, grouper
tuna steak.
fingers.
Yeah, good on
Like,
the
I mean,
good on the Florida. You catch snook, it's a game fish you're getting in the flats. And the snook is badass.
Snook's good.
Oh fuck!
Hey Jeremy, that's
Bone.
what Phil's eating for dinner tonight. To tell you the truth.
I mean, if I'm
Dude,
hungry, I'd eat some goddamn car cheese.
Hey,
Hey, I'll
here's
hop
the
back
thing.
on when I get home.
what about
All
car
right, Gage.
hey, yep. We'll talk to you later, buddy.
Carfish?
Okay, brother.
No, I ain't eating no
Carfish.
fucking carfish.
Do you like to gamble? That's the thing. Like, you look at it and you're like, I could win or I could lose. And that time I did. I lost like a motherfucker.
They
How
call
long
that
have you- how long have you
floorboard
sit-
fromage. Isn't that what it is?
What the
Sometimes
hell?
I win. Sometimes I don't get sick.
Ooh, look at that. What's going on,
What's going
Roger?
on, Rog?
There he is.
What's up with y'all?
What's going on, brother?
I'm missing some Uncle Drunk was what I'm doing.
Listen, boys. I took
What was
that.
You got a radio on, Rog?
that? Oh yeah, let me turn that off.
Please.
There you go.
I took all my spent peaches and I built a all grain mash on top of it. We'll call it mountain brandy. Tastes like rotten ass fruit, dude. I'm not a fan. It's the first time I've ever done mountain brandy. Well, I've done apples, fresh apples, but on a second ferment, nah, no good. I don't like it.
Somebody say shot.
Yeah.
Shot.
All shots.
All my fish packed away.
Damn, I just took a shot.
Y'all are way behind. I've been taking shots all night.
That motherfucker's been
Fair enough,
drinking
morning.
since noon.
Yeah, morning drinking.
He was over here drunk as fuck while I was working.
Hell yeah, should I drink half a pint sitting there in Phil's for an hour and a half?
What's going on, Bean?
Y'all ain't got to tell me when to drink.
What's up, Mike?
Hey, guys. You know, I went on vacation. I come back home to a little bit of a problem. It got to be a bigger problem today. Went out to my barrel. I got 2 dead rats floating the fucker.
Oh,
Oh shit!
Get
Pull
rid of
them off and run it.
Get rid of the barrel or what?
No, just get rid of the rat. Run it.
You had to clean it out.
Okay.
It's going to distill into alcohol. It's going to be fucking higher than any damn rat shit or whatever.
It tastes like ass though.
But dude, it stinks, man. It stinks like it stinks.
Yeah, fucking dump that shit.
I
Don't-
mean,
That's probably all fine.
But I'm
Jamaican
gonna
muck
dump it.
pits,
I'm gonna
man.
dump it. I'm gonna wait for a rainy night and dump it. That way the smell goes away. But
Run it.
Is the barrel any good though?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Clean
I'd
that
say
thing.
the mash is still fine, man.
Yeah,
What's that,
vinegar, bleach it, whatever the fuck you want to do. Doc.
Buddy.
Yeah, I would throw the barrel away.
Okay.
Lemon
I'd
juice.
run that liquor if I was you, Jim. Jim, you ain't got a hair on your ass if you don't run that fucking liquor.
It's all on my
What do you
damn
think they
chest,
put in
you know
those
what I'm saying?
Jamaican muck pits, man? They put animals in that
And
shit all the time.
If you run it and you taste it first, I'll taste it too.
I will too. I promise I will.
Ah, shoot, I drank it before I even
I'm
tasted it.
not. No, I'm not
promise
even.
I'll
It
do it
smells,
too.
dude. It smells like death, beyond death. Hell no.
I'll be the first one to taste it. I ain't scared of it. Come on, man.
I am. No, hell no. I'm not even gonna.
what's going on, Lisa Day?
It's liquor. Nah,
Fuck.
run that
Call
shit
it red
through.
pink liquor.
Run it through.
Fuck it.
Run it first, then run it through a deflag column. Now you got neutral. It might be a little skunky.
You know,
Make it
hey,
into
Rat fink shine.
The honest thing, bringing up
That's
Henry
what I
Law,
said.
which we don't want to bring up, but I almost gave him a call and said, "Hey, buddy, what should I do?" And I said, "Nah, fuck it. I'll just wait for y'all tonight and talk to you."
Hey,
I just
listen.
bring that shit out, dude.
If I ran something like that and it tasted okay, I'd feed it to every one of you motherfuckers and never tell you any different.
Yeah. Are we talking a little mice or are we talking big ass?
We
full-size
talking rats. 2 rats.
It,
They're about,
it
the
might
bodies
be the
are
best,
about 6 inches long.
best
How many
tasting
gallons
liquor
of
I ever
mash?
ran.
Say what?
How many gallons of mash?
55 gallon.
55.
Oh, I'd run that.
Run it.
Yeah.
That's how big the it's a 55 gallon drum, but
Run it as a strip and run.
That's I'm with them. I'd strip it and then I'd run it through a column and make it a hybrid.
Are the
neutral.
rats
I
still in it right now?
I don't think any of that rat's gonna carry over, man.
Jim, did you take the rats out yet? Are they still in the damn barrel?
Well, you can infuse them. I mean,
Here's what you got to do.
I don't
Take
think
the rats
that-
out, put the rats in the thumper, and then put the mash in the fucking
you guys are gonna
pot.
give me the puke right here. No.
And you got to run the rats in the thumper to continue that
carry
flavor
that
over.
shit over, man. Yeah.
Hey, now,
I'd
in
cook
my-
them down. I'd cook
I
them
mean,
down
it
first,
ain't no
make a
damn
stew
difference
out
than
of
putting
it.
a chicken down in the
Infuse
thumper, right?
with that.
yeah, in my jar though, I want the rat nuts in it though.
I'm gonna shut you fuckers off.
Cooler.
Damn, Michael.
I'm sorry I brought up the subject.
Michael, they never took PhilBilly's cooler.
No, I ran over and was trying to fucking see what was going on.
I don't know.
wasn't about to, I wasn't about to let my buddy go to
took.
jail without me. I was like, hold on, what the fuck's going on over here? And then they was like, we just want the cooler. And I was like, oh, okay. You can have his cooler. You ain't gonna steal my friend, motherfucker. I'm gonna put up a fight.
I'm just glad I was down there talking to Peterman and them. We looked back and I was like, oh shit, I was sitting right there.
Shit, I was still in the bed, hung the fuck over, man. I was like,
I shouldn't have went and got no damn bologna sandwich. Is what I shouldn't have done.
Man, I was in rocket mode that whole weekend. I drank till 3 and got up at 9, ready to go. Just start drinking again.
I drank till 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
I think
about that order.
I think we did that together a couple times.
Yeah, me and Wes shut down Comfort Inn. We shut down PhilBilly's.
Yeah, that's not impressive. You're old. You should not be doing that.
Shit.
Hey, Santa, I guarantee you I would have been there right there with you. But these fucking
I did play
That's
I did
good
play
shit,
it smart
man.
Saturday night. Y'all was still partying it up, and I'm like, nah, I'm going to fuck bed. I got like a 6-hour drive in the morning. Fuck you guys. Here's some
Sunday, I
liquor.
woke up.
This is all I got left. Take it.
I woke up and hit the road.
Coolergate. Hashtag Coolergate. Never forget. Never forget.
You woke up and hit the road because I woke up and went and picked your shit up.
Thank you.
Yeah, we all loaded your shit.
You guys are the best, man. You're the fucking best.
All I
What good
know.
friends are for.
I'm
Yeah,
waiting on that copper sheet to come in and get paid back.
If I'd known they'd thrown that shit in a dumpster like that, I'd have gone dumpster diving for them Jello shots, man.
That went in the back of their fucking truck. Are you kidding me? They got drunken shit that
Yeah,
night.
I'd say they did.
I missed that. What, the cops confiscated some shit?
Yeah. They got Damon's cooler, but they thought it was Tom's or something, or I don't know how that happened.
Tom covered for me. He's a hell of a friend.
He's the fall
I
guy.
was worried about my liquor and there was with my stickers on it.
Yeah.
Me
Only one
too.
running around with an Uncle Drunkle T-shirt.
That matched the
Hey.
sticker.
There was a chair sitting right in front of the cooler that had a water bottle in it.
Yeah, I did too.
I mean, it's just water, but you know what I'm saying.
So whatever come of all this? Nothing?
No, they just confiscated the cooler, dumped it in the dumpster, and gave him the cooler back.
Hey, it couldn't happen. It couldn't happen any better way. I mean, honestly, it was pretty fucking cool.
It was right at the beginning too. It was like nobody got to get any of that fucking. It happened like the beginning of the fucking festival.
That was early morning.
I had a
Hey,
shit ton of blood bags in there.
Late morning.
The first motherfucker just rat snitch right off the fucking bat. Fucking
Literally
snitches, dude.
the first one. I mean, that ain't no shit. I think it was the first one. I didn't get no fucking Jello shots. I mean,
got a drink and then went to the
I know.
cops.
I had some of that watermelon. What was it?
Sour watermelon.
The Sour Patch watermelon in there, man. I didn't get.
I felt bad
Maybe a
because
jar
I
of it,
thought I
right?
caused it at first. Because I was like,
yeah.
Ferglander gave me a fucking little
that one.
thing, and I was like, it was hot as fuck, and I was like, put this in your cooler, Tom. And then it wasn't 30 seconds later, fucking Popo was over there, and I was like, did I do that?
Hey,
he said no, so I felt
Jason and Mama
it.
B, I gave you some of my drop and root beer, didn't I?
Hey, I put a bunch of stuff in Easy's cooler, and I looked over after, as the cops was over there, and Easy's fucking slinking off, pulling his cooler behind him. I'm like, fuck yeah, look at him. Get it. Get out of here.
That's the fastest I've seen him move all weekend, dude. All you seen was that damn solar panel head just to fucking get it in between them tents, dude.
He was gone, dude. Hey, there was a fair amount of liquor in that cooler.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was all legal liquor, store purchased, but.
And whose cooler? My cooler?
Nah, just,
how big of a cooler are we talking?
There was
just
about
some guy I met.
There was about 3 gallons of legal liquor in there.
Okay.
Look at that.
Beer.
Wow.
Well, I got a pretty good idea who done it, too.
Michael.
I think it was that guy sitting next to you, Dad, you were talking to.
Yeah,
No.
Those Jello shots were on point too, baby. I'm telling you, they were the. Oh.
I didn't get one of them either.
Nobody did.
I've got
one old lady got one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't there, but I heard that might have been who it was.
Well, I'll tell you what. Next time we all get together, I'll bring you some Jello shots.
Bet.
Farm to bottom, motherfucker. I got a camper set up.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna rough it. I'm gonna ten it.
I'm telling you, though.
You're taking 10, aren't you, Santa?
I don't know. I'm kind of torn. If it's just me, I would. I don't know.
He's gonna
How close?
sit out on the pavement.
How close is the nearest motel there?
Hey, Wes, what's that hotel there? What's it like? Something inn? Or
They got some Airbnbs. Last year we went in together and got an Airbnb, and everybody paid like $100, $200, something like that.
Now, look,
it was for two nights. It was a nice little house, man.
I can hook you guys up with either a guy who rents campers, or I can hook you up with somebody that has a couple Airbnbs there. I grew up in Wilmington, or right outside of Wilmington. This is my hometown.
Oh, Sonny.
Yeah, I'll give you a shout.
No, I mean, there's a couple of hotels within 5.
Yeah, I was thinking about pitching a tent there at Wes's camper, but I don't know. Man.
You're gonna see Wes. I know you.
You gotta pay that way.
You're gonna take you'll be pitching that tent.
I mean, you're more than welcome to stay right there on my site. But
if it was just me, I would do that. But not with my old lady. I'm gonna have to. Yeah.
You gonna get a room or a motel or something?
Santa, stay at the Holiday Inn.
Good night,
right
off
of Romback Avenue. It's the nicest hotel. It's pretty fair price. It's all right.
Yeah, I'll give you a call, man.
Any of you that's going by yourself without your old lady, stay at the Wilmington Inn. It's cheap as fuck, but it's
It's the
Roach Motel. It's cheap. It's all right. But if you're taking your old lady, stay at the Holiday Inn.
If I stay at a cheap hotel, it's got to come with crack whores. They got them?
Wilmington Inn.
I'm down.
Ooh. Who let Riggs be in here?
Who?
Who let Riggs be in here?
Damn it. And the pepperoni pizza.
Yeah.
Rigsby.
There you go. I gotta feed them, Rigsby. Shit. Them bitches gotta eat.
Yeah. What's going on, Hadley?
Pepperoni. Wait a minute. You talking about
I just
Jim?
get plain old cheese. No, the crack horse.
I was trying to show you some of my brown pepperoni.
Jim, Sir Pepperoni or Sir Pizza, ain't he?
Normally, I do have my pepperoni pizza on me.
Sir Pizza.
Oh,
All right,
So,
so I know the guy that runs the camping for the fairgrounds there for Farm to Bottle.
Damon.
And I talked to him the other day, and I'm pulling mine in on
Just say your
Wednesday.
name.
So, do you guys think I should camp like right? Well, last year I was right there behind the stage. Or do you think I should camp back in the back in a little half-ass hidden cove where we can do what we want, basically?
In the
He don't need to ask that question.
Ain't none of
I
us.
want to walk the least amount. And I want right there.
I mean, that's
Where
what
we
I'm
hung out
trying to
last year?
feel because, dude, last year we did there were 40, 50 jars of illegal liquor on a table within 100 feet of the main building. So
I was in the main building handing them out. It was fucking crazy.
So I'm not sure if I need to go and hide. That's what I'm getting at is
yeah, fuck that.
So
how much they rent cabin trailers?
So Phil, do you remember I met you there. But so Peterman had that camper, and then there was one camper beside it, and then there was two campers that faced each other.
Yeah.
That was me and my parents that were facing each other.
Yeah, I know.
Do you think I ought to camp right there again, or do you think we ought to get back a little bit?
Right there.
Right there.
How far is the campground from the Farm to Bottle?
It's part of the fairgrounds.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
It's right there.
Like 100
Right
feet.
there.
Like that's probably my
what's
best
cool
bet.
about it.
Nice.
That's
I mean,
I just gotta
cool
get some
about it.
melon. Yeah,
I'll set
I think
up
that's
right-
where I'm gonna camp. I'm gonna camp up there.
I'll set up right there.
You gonna
again.
camp
I just-
in a tent?
Yeah. It's hard for me to get in a camper. I can slide on my ass, but
Well, Uncle Drum, you need to get with somebody else that's getting a site, because
yeah.
you can fit 5 tents on one campsite. Just
Oh, okay. Yeah.
y'all split it, like for
Yeah.
real, because there's no point in paying for one site for just your
Oh,
tent.
exactly.
It's
Yeah.
not worth it.
How much
How
they
much are the
rent?
campsites?
He said he rents campers. How much he rent a camper for? Just a few nights.
Oh, they're expensive, dude. They're
I'll just have to
I
get a
don't
couple
remember.
volunteers and set my tent up as
they're like
well.
180 a night, but then you got to pay for setup and
Yeah.
break. I mean, you're gonna have
Oh, damn.
$700 to $800 in the weekend, probably at least.
Damn.
It's probably just as much as getting an Airbnb.
Well, I'll tell you, since Ferg showed up, I got to go.
Jeremy Stewart said they got Democratic crack whores and meth whores.
Oh, nice.
Depends on which side of town you stay on, man.
Should I just keep saying Damon?
Vine Street's one style. On the left side of Romback's another style. I mean, you just take your pick.
I want one of each.
I mean, you might as well.
Wild.
You might as well try every flavor while you're there. I mean, you're on vacation.
Yeah. I want a chocolate one, a vanilla one, and then I want a mixture of chocolate and vanilla.
What about a strawberry?
I don't
Fuck
know
it.
that there's
Fuck
a lot
that
of.
shit.
I don't know that there's a lot of chocolate ones available in there.
We can find one.
I want a swirl.
Those strawberry ones are the best.
Hey, I promise you, I can put you in contact. You can get whatever you want around there.
Do they got any farm to bottle in Tennessee?
Nah, this is only year 2, man. It's in Wilmington, Ohio.
How can we get something like that in Tennessee, though?
Not that I know of, anyway.
Yeah.
You guys
Run
got
it.
popcorn jam.
Start it up. Run it.
Oh yeah, Prohibition don't do it no more, do they? Yeah, Prohibition.
The Prohibition's in North Carolina. That's in Hickory.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Hickory. Yeah.
Well, they got popcorn jam in Tennessee, and then there's Hazard Fest in Kentucky.
That was the other one. Hazard Fest in
Beattyville, and there's a lot of Kentucky. Yeah.
Got that
Beattyville.
Outer Banks one coming on.
Beattyville in Kentucky, and then I don't think
Hillbilly Days.
Yeah, what do you guys think about
Beattyville. They
that
got
OBX
bourbon on the
coming
banks. They got all kinds of shit in Kentucky, man.
So that OBX that's coming up in the Outer Banks, that's supposed to be pretty good. I was talking to
Jay,
and he was telling me that.
Yeah, him and a man
It's gonna
are
be
coming. They're
off the
talking all kinds of good stuff about it.
Yeah.
I vacationed there a couple years ago. That's 14 hours for me. Fuck that.
Yes.
And to think I was thinking about coming out seeing you out there in Ohio. Fuck
Come on.
that.
Well, guys, I got to run. It was nice hanging out with you and talking to you. It's much love, and like I said, I'll catch you on the next one.
All right, brother. Take it easy.
See you, man.
Let us know how that shine comes out there, Silver Queen.
I'll keep you updated.
You guys done?
No, if farm to bottle goes off like it did last year, with as many people that are coming, it's gonna be way wilder than Hillbilly Jam ever fucking dreamed of being. I mean,
I could see it going there with Ohio. Hell yeah! Oh,
dude, last year there were no fucking rules. I mean,
Dude.
we just did whatever the fuck we wanted. So go ahead.
If there are any seeds up there, because we're talking a farming show, can you send me some seeds?
I don't know.
Bloody Butcher.
Really,
Ohio
I'm
Blue.
not talking that kind of seed.
I know.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, you need some good reefer seed. I got you.
Yeah, I can get you that. That ain't no big deal.
Yeah, if you could, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, give me.
All right. Hey guys, I gotta jump off now. I need to go load some stuff up. I'll check back in here when I get that stuff loaded up. You guys are still on. I'll hop back in.
Okay, Damon.
Tell Tom fuck you since he's not here. I talk to y'all later.
Later, brother.
Jim, give me 2 months and just tell me how many you want, because it's going to be so goddamn abundant.
Yeah.
I mean, tell me how many pounds of seed you want, like for real.
Yeah. Man, that's it's. You
I just
say
want to
that,
get some
but
plants going.
right now, you know how much seeds are on the open market? You know that are named like
I know, but
$8 to $10 each.
But I know
we
guys,
throw that shit away, man.
But I have guys right now that are cultivating 8 plants to harvest and 2 plants they're going to go to seed. They're doing it on purpose so they can keep running. I mean, and they're going to have literally fucking pounds of seed that they don't give a shit about. I mean, the one guy I know said he's going to go to the state park to like where the lake's at around me. I ain't gonna say any names. He's just going to go there and go around poking his finger in the ground, just planting as many as he can plant, just to see if they'll let it grow. Just to what's it going to turn into? Just because he can.
Well, could end hunger if they just plant fruit trees like that in every park, couldn't you?
Up in Minnesota, growing on up, I don't know what the hell years it was, but we had hemp or marijuana, and it turned into ditchweed. I mean, yeah, it would get you a buzz in the 70s, but it wasn't.
Headache.
It was more of a fucking
like
headache.
it is today.
I think Mama B or Jason called shots.
I got to go fill up.
Just saying. Oh, I've got some at Genevieve upstairs.
Well, that's my 3 grain.
I'm drinking 3 grain too, red, white, and blue.
I'm about to smash in a 3 grain, I guess.
Santa,
Corn, wheat, and rye.
Santa, that is the best batch of all corn I've ever done.
It's good.
That's good liquor.
I'm about to mash that in right there.
Oh damn!
With 10 gallons of water.
I don't know. What do you think? 10 gallons?
You're not. Are you going to try to
Doing
convert?
all grain?
Yeah.
You
10
just want to use
gallons of water.
amylase?
The thing is, I only got 5 pounds of rye. So I was kind
Well,
of.
it's not. That's all you
Won't
need,
need that much.
really.
No,
With
that's
that poundage, that's 10% with what you got there. So that's
I wouldn't put 5 pounds of rye and damn
No,
3,000 pounds of fucking corn.
yeah.
No,
You don't like it?
Don't listen to
I found that
Tom.
out the hard way.
Rye's
Yeah, I
good.
hate rye.
But
This is
yes,
3 grain I did. This
Are
3
you-
grain I did.
are
I
you
put
going
3
to use
pounds of
liquid
rye.
enzymes?
Boy,
Have y'all had the Angel's Envy rye?
no.
That shit's
I've had
good,
a lot of
man.
different ryes. I don't mind rye.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people don't like it. I don't mind it. I didn't like
Hey.
it when I was younger, but nowadays,
Uh-oh. What is
Hey.
this?
Ferg,
That's one I got going.
Oh.
That's in my garden right now, son. It's
I-
The
beautiful, ain't
crystals on it.
Hey, show the picture of Charles Manson in it.
it? All right, hold on.
You got a picture of Manson. Yeah.
Ferg, are you?
Yes, sir.
Are you trying to convert with your 6-row, or are you going to use liquid enzyme?
I got those liquid amylase.
Did you get it from Tracy?
Yeah, from Tracy. I got the two.
You got
You know,
alpha and you got alpha and beta.
yeah.
glucose.
Use
So-
it because
Well, here's the thing, too, man. I've got all this fucking wheat, man. I got like 150 pounds of wheat. I'm thinking about malting that and using that to, like in the future,
Listen,
to convert instead
I-
of barley.
I used grains to convert for a long time.
Yeah.
And then I found liquid enzymes.
Yeah.
Fuck that, dude. Fuck
Really?
trying to convert with grains. There's so much more work into it. There's so much worry. Just mash it in just like you're trying to use it to convert.
Except
Yeah.
use 2-row instead of 6 because you'll get better flavors out of it.
Yeah, I've got 2-row. I think I've got some distiller's malt too, though.
See, that's the big benefit, you know, of using the 2-row instead of the
There you go.
Oh my God.
Not
Instead of
Charles
6.
Manson.
Oh my
Damn.
God.
That motherfucker's
I'm about
7 foot tall. That one in the
Stephanie,
back.
come here and take a look at this picture.
man.
I saw it sticking
Hey,
up
your
over
place?
the other day.
Phil,
Yeah.
leave it up. Leave that picture up for a second. Holy shit.
Yeah, when I got that
That's where you need to.
she like to fucking wreck the car coming home from Ohio.
That's where you need to do your videos right there, buddy.
Oh my
That
God.
one behind him is about 6 foot around. It is huge.
Dude,
I
that-
chopped it when it was a baby.
If you
But see,
would
this one here is super funky.
if
That
you
looks,
would
that
have
looks
tied
like a
that,
sativa, man. That's a long, narrow.
The,
If you
the
would've
little
tied
ones
that
are indica.
leaf.
The big ones are sativas.
if
Well, the
you
one on
would've
the
tied
left
that
there, the
down
one you're
like I
pointing
told
out
you
that said
to,
funky, look how long and skinny those leaves are. That's sativa.
Yeah, that's an indica. That's
No,
super
indica's
skunk
got a
there.
fat leaf.
Oh, my mouse. There we go. That one.
Yeah.
That one is indica. This
Yeah.
one is a sativa.
Definitely.
That's a sativa. That's a sativa. This is an indica.
The one
That's
behind him looks like a hybrid.
That's a sativa. It's
Sativa.
Harlequin.
Look under his right arm. Yeah, right there to your right a little bit, towards him. Right there, that looks like a up and left a little bit. No, that wider leaf. No, to the right, straight right there, right there.
There you go.
That whole leaf section right there kind of looks like a combination of indica and sativa.
Those are all. They're all Harlequin.
Really?
They might be a mix, but
Right.
they're huge. This
Got
is a
the
pure indica right here.
Yeah, that looks
This
like
is a-
auto. That's an auto there.
you don't have any autos.
That looks like an auto.
Yeah. They're feminized, but they're not autos.
That looks like one, doesn't it?
I want
It
something,
did.
Phil. Phil, I want
Phil,
something.
It had buds
straight
immediately.
Yeah.
If you
I want
would have
something for my
tied
pain
that
management.
down like I told you to 3 months ago, that would be. Oh goddamn! It'd be so fucking big, dude. Well, the problem is, it'd be the only plant you could have because it would have literally taken over that whole garden.
That one in the back's fucking huge. It's 7 foot tall.
Yeah.
I saw it the other day. I was like, well, I said, how's your plants doing? And I looked over and I'm like, well, that one's sticking over the goddamn fence by 1.5 feet, so it's doing pretty good.
Sorry, add the eyes.
America corn.
Hell yeah. It should be there next day or two.
Hey, I got a question for you, Phil. I just mashed in, like before Maggie Valley, I mashed in all these watermelons. I did exactly like I've got that you know how you did the blender?
Yeah.
I did exactly that same thing. And then I added brown sugar and some water. But then when I went to go run it, it's been like 3 weeks. I went to go run it, and it's so thick I can't even get my pump. It won't pump it out.
Really?
Yeah. Did you have problems with that, or did it thin out for you when you ran the water?
It thinned out. Did you get some out and put it in a tube and test the gravity?
Nah, I tested it in there. It probably messed it up with all the pulp in it.
Yeah. You want to try to get just liquid, you know.
Man, Ferg, I told you, secondary that.
But I need to ask Phil.
Yeah.
So, Phil, I told him, I said, run it through a brew bag, strain it through, put it in secondary, and let it finish, and it'll clear. Do you agree?
Yeah, I would take a brew bag or cheesecloth and then get like a metal colander. And you're just going to have to do it the hard way. Just do a scoop at a time. Run your hand through it fucking till it goes and gets thinner. Get a lot of that pulp out of there. And the faster you get that pulp out of there, the better it'll be, because that pulp will give it kind of like a dirty foot smell.
You have some kind of press to press those bags, like a mop bucket or a wine press.
Yeah, my bucket.
Yeah, you could use.
Maybe I'll get a bucket. Drill holes.
I've been
in a
using
bucket.
this dryer. It's
the
called
centrifugal.
A Panda.
The centrifugal
Panda dryer. Yeah.
Centrifugal. Say that while you're drunk.
Yeah.
Jeremy Stewart called shots.
I saw a video of one of those kind of getting out of control, man. It looked kind of crazy.
Well,
is that Prohibition or is that you, PhilBilly? I can't remember.
It was Pro, but there's a guy that just sent me a prototype. He designed 2 pieces that you put in there to stop it from going off level. He's calling it the Machinator, and he's out of Canada. He sent me a prototype, and I made a video. I'm going to upload it in the next day or two. But it works. It makes it to where it don't go all crazy. You know what I mean? Can y'all hear me?
AI. Somebody.
It helps it
AI going on there.
Like even out, right? Like
yeah.
It doesn't shake off. Yeah.
Yep, and you don't want to pour grain in there until it's spinning. That's another. If you got one of them dryers, they're only like $150. But don't pour your grain and your mash in it until it's full spin.
Oh, really?
They're also to go off level, yeah. But this thing helps keep it level so it won't go fucking crazy on you. It's pretty cool. I got about 10 pounds of mash out of all this corn that I normally would have thrown away. And it'd be perfect for watermelons and shit like that.
I used to just let mine hang in a bag on a ladder over a bucket overnight, and I'd come back and it'd be pretty damn dry. But I got that freaking mop bucket, the mop squeegee thing, man.
Dude,
that squeezes that shit out pretty dry. I don't think it's probably not as good as the centrifugal.
But I wasn't there when Phil used his, but Steel Valley, Joe Swiss Talk, you guys know. He was using one when I went to see him, and dude, this grain, I mean, like powder dry. Like it doesn't even cake together. It's so dry. I was blown away. I never.
It all out.
It'd be good to do a video, showing wringing it out with the mop bucket wringer and then putting it in there to see how much more you get out of it.
I don't know if I could do all that.
They want to advertise it.
My deer be mad at me.
But no, it'd be better, dude. You get your.
Well, your deer eat the spent mash.
Hey man, they've been coming back like crazy. They're loving that shit. I gave them some
the deer up
thunder
here where
yesterday.
Yeah, Dan, I have too.
the deer where I hunt won't even eat apples. It's got to be corn or acorns. They're so big.
I got
how many gallons?
I got raccoons. I got raccoons that would eat fermented shit if I poured it out in my backyard. They don't care.
Yeah, I've got coons out there that'll eat it, but the deer, they turn their nose up at it. I tried last year.
Usually they'll let it sit for a few days before they eat it, you know. Let all
That's
the
about
ethanol
chickens.
evaporate off, then they'll go up crazy on
They're
it.
coming after.
Yeah, I take my damn brains out there and pour them out for the chickens, and I'll go along and take a rake and rake them out a little bit, let them dry more, and after about the third day, there ain't nothing left that you raked out. Then they start annihilating it.
So
I'm
Tom, I started.
I'm gonna put a deer stand out here, motherfucker.
That's
Tom,
right.
I started taking my grain. I was talking to a guy at work, and he's like, "What do you do with all that corn?" And I'm like, "And I just dump it in my backyard. A lot of it just sits there and rots or whatever, gets rained on." He's like, "Man, do you think my chickens could eat it?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" I said, "I'll bring it to you." I said, "Break it out thin so it's dry." I said, "They'll eat the fuck out of it."
They will.
They love it. That'd be
Last
chicken
time I
happy
got-
hour.
All mine gets dumped in the creek next to me, and
the
the
fish?
creek only flows when we get a heavy rain. So you go past where it's dumped, and that's all you smell is fucking liquor.
Oh, dude,
If I gotta find somewhere to dump my wash and all that, or my wash, my corn, and
That's why I was happy when this guy wanted it, because man, I live semi-city. I'm dumping it out my backyard, and I walk out back, and I'm like, "God damn,
It will kill.
I mean, most people don't.
It will
know
kill
what
your
they're
fucking
smelling.
grass.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
You also got a bunch of fucking dead grass.
Yeah, I got some.
Luckily, see, I live up in almost the head of the holler, so the neighbors I got close, they all know I run liquor. Hell, my neighbor across from me runs liquor, so they don't say anything. But damn, does it stink!
Yeah, I mean,
And the
my neighbor,
fucking police drove by.
They don't drive by when they're going up there, man. If they're going up there, it's to get somebody. It's
I
not
know,
like they don't drive by the hollers, man.
They ain't just driving by to see how everybody's doing in that holler, are they?
No. If they go up the hollers, it's for a purpose. It's on a call.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I've lived up here 4 years. I've only seen one cop in this holler.
Yeah.
Hey,
up as far as I live.
90% of people and probably 70% of cops don't know what the fuck they're smelling. They don't know what the hell that is. It just smells like
some cops.
And the ones that do just want some. They don't, they don't.
Yeah.
Give a shit. Yeah, the ones that know what it is, they're like, where would I need to go to get some of that?
That's been
the constable over here. He buys it off my neighbor. He pulls up right his constable car, walks out a couple of jars.
The only people that care about it are the ones that are paid to in Washington.
Right there in Wilmington, Farm to Bottle. I know one of the detectives. He runs liquor all the time.
Huh.
His
awesome.
daughter plays softball with my niece, my brother's daughter. The motherfucker
I'm
runs
making
liquor.
a rule to stay the fuck away from the law dogs, but there are some of them out there that won't enforce stupid fucking laws.
Oh yeah, I mean there's a lot of that. I mean, if you put it in their face and you make them do something, and it's like there's a bunch of people around, there's witnesses, all that, that's on you. You fucked up. Don't put it in their face and just call them out on it. But they're not most of them ain't gonna bother you.
If you come at them giving them a price, what the fuck are they supposed to do? They have to do their job.
If you're doing it in public and putting it in everybody's face, you're putting it in their face, and you're basically leaving them their hands tied. They're going to do something, because
that's it. They got
word's going to get around if they're not. But if it's a one-on-one, they don't give a fuck.
Well, because if they don't come after you, they're in trouble. I mean, what
right. They're obligated to. If there's witnesses and everybody sees it and shit, they got to. Especially the lettered organizations.
Well, that's different now. I mean, they give a fuck.
Well, I mean, that's what happened to popcorn. Nobody gave a fuck about what popcorn did until there was a big, huge video and it went viral, and everybody in the nation saw this video about popcorn, and I don't give a fuck. It's like, what are you gonna do? You know, in
Hey.
Washington, they see that shit. This looks bad. Yeah, it does. You know, a few lettered agencies call other lettered agencies, and shit happens. But
local yokels will come to the same fucking party I go to and drink the same liquor I do. Just shut the fuck up about it. Don't
put it in their face. You know.
Nope.
Man, I asked fuck cop about 8 or 9 years ago what he'd do if he seen us still running. And he was like, as far as I know, that ain't illegal. I was like, no shit. I run that motherfucker right there on next to the street. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, that detective I'm talking about tells my brother, who he coaches with him, tells him it ain't illegal, and I just run with it.
On a local level, it really there's some.
He just says you can't sell it, and I'm like,
that's exactly right. In a lot of areas, if you don't take it out of your house, that's one of the restrictions in a lot of areas where it's legal. It's got to stay within your home, and that's pretty much a given rule. If it's in your home and you're not taking it out of your home and you're not selling it, you're really not going to get much, if any, trouble at all, unless you're producing some major amounts and you're just stupid sitting on, 100 barrels.
Unless they come see and you got fucking 40 gallons. I mean, yeah.
Right.
You know,
if you're out there, and taking it and going to, a lot of places and selling and being open about it, it's going to open some eyes. And if you put it in their face, they're going to do something.
It's illegal on a federal level.
$10 will get you caught.
Right.
It's
just like marijuana.
Federal level.
Yeah, it's like marijuana. It's legal on
illegal.
A lot of states are
illegal.
Decriminalizing it and making it legal.
On a state level, but they don't give a fuck. It's something that they don't really like. It's not really criminalized. I called my local state representative or somebody here. I think they was out of Columbus, and I was like, "Hey man, what the fuck? I want to run liquor." And they was like, "Well, you got to do this. You got to pay this much money. You got to have a business location." And pretty much the only stipulation is you got to have a drain with running water. That's it. You got to pay taxes on it. There's certain classes. There's like one gallon to a 10,000 gallon limit, and then there's 10,000 gallons to 100,000.
And that's a state thing. That depends on the state.
Yeah, and that was state. And I was like, well, I don't have a business location. I just want to make some liquor and drink it. She was like, oh, well, if you're just going to do it, as long as you don't make, more than 1,000 gallons a year. She's like, you ain't going to make more than 1,000 gallons, are you? I was like, no, that's a lot of liquor to be making.
1,000 gallons? God damn.
Yeah.
I was thinking 400 was like in Missouri, isn't it? 400 gallons or something?
There's different places, different states have different numbers.
Missouri,
there's the craft that generally has the lowest. It's farmer and craft. In some states, there's a farmer permit that's the cheapest and the lowest, and you have to use extra amount of your own grains. I know Florida has that in some other states, and you have to use a certain percentage of your own grains, and it's a program to promote in-state, commerce and stuff. And that's the cheapest license that you can get in some states. And then you got the craft distillers, that just want to, the gasoline distillers that just want to make gas. That's real cheap too. But then you got craft distillers that are generally next. And that's when it starts getting a little bit more expensive, but still very reasonable. And the gallon limits just absurd to us,
And in Ohio, it's going to cost you about $10,000 to $15,000 to run fuel.
A permit?
Yeah.
10 to 15,000.
It wouldn't be that much.
You get a permit for $50.
Yeah, no, not to run fuel.
No,
it's cheap as fuck.
You have to permit your still, your facility, and everything you do. It's not just the one time. Like
it's the federal permit is what we're talking about. The federal permit to run gas is cheap as fuck, man.
Yeah, it's like $50. Rigsby has one, I think.
Yeah, everybody, and it's easy to get those, but you have to donate.
You leave yourself open to them. They could come around
inspections anytime. Yeah,
and inspect your still. And you got to have a logbook where you write that shit down.
Everything.
Fucking records. And it can't be like, oh, I got this jar over here aging on some wood. It's got to be in fucking barrels, 50 barrels at a time, or 55-gallon barrels at a time. And it can't be aged, and it's got to be fucking huge proof.
Yeah, some
Them
will
are the
make you even
stipulations.
denature it.
Well, and that's
Yeah.
all right. So I got a barrel of peaches running, and oh yeah, man, I'm gonna turn that into fuel. Like, so that don't get you anywhere. That doesn't do you any good.
Well, a lot of people will get that.
It honestly just
And
puts
they-
you on the fucking radar.
Well, no,
Yeah, that's
actually,
what-
having that fuel permit, you know, when they come in, they see that steel, you show the permit. There's nothing they can do because it goes to federal after that because it's the federal, you know, they're the only ones that do the inspections and stuff.
It's already legal to own a still in Ohio.
Well, it's kind of like, you know, when you're fishing and stuff, the cops can't come up to you and ask for fishing licenses and all this other stuff because that's a federal level. You know, it can only be done by the feds, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that way here too, Clint. They want you to the state is who you sell your liquor to. If you do go legal,
yeah,
they
some states
control
are
it.
like that.
The state controls every fucking ounce you make. You got to have like a safety, like you got to have a spot wherever you're making it.
Yeah.
That's where your liquor stays. It's got to stay in that department. And if you sign some out or sell some, you have to mark it down, and you have to buy your own liquor from the state. If you sell your liquor at a bar, so you have a bar and a distillery, you have to buy your liquor back from the state to sell it and mark it up yourself. And then when you push it out to the liquor stores, it's through the fucking state. It's crazy. It's fucking ridiculous.
And you also
liquor law.
you have to register. You have to register your grains. In the state of Ohio, you have to register your grains.
Yeah, Ohio's.
The amounts you
There's
bought.
17. I just googled it. There's 17 states that the state government runs an ABC commission and runs the alcohol controls and all that. Ohio's one of them. I guess North Carolina's another one. Close
Damn
by.
right, North Carolina.
Alabama and Mississippi.
So Phil, today,
You see Tennessee?
I really got a heads up of state control because I was in Newport, right across. I mean, fucking walking distance from Ohio. And I walked in and I'm like, holy shit, dude. They got bottles of Maker's Mark on the shelf. $70. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't think about the fact that I wasn't in Ohio anymore. Kentucky's not state regulated. They can price that shit wherever they want to sell that bottle.
California, neither. You go to California, it's readily available, but they can charge you whatever they want. And Ohio,
Yeah, I mean, I can go to
It's
Kentucky.
regulated.
I know places I can go and find a bottle of 15 Pappy, but it's goddamn $2,000. Like, that just blows my mind. I mean, I understand in Ohio we don't find a lot of rare liquor, but when it comes around, if you can get it, it's state priced. I mean, it's the price. It's a standard.
Y'all remember when Ohio was 3.2 beer?
Shit, they don't remember that stuff.
I'm
They
not,
don't know what the hell 3.2 beer is.
I'm not quite old enough for that, Sam.
They don't know.
Not quite. Not by like 20 years.
It was cool as hell though, man. Because you know, at 18 you could go up there and buy beer and drink beer, man. It was cool as shit.
Sandra,
But
they
it
don't
was
even know.
3.2 beer.
They don't even know the fucking true meaning behind Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah. Oh man,
Y'all should educate us.
We used to love going up there and drinking the 3.2 beer, man. It's
oh,
fucking. awesome.
I know what the deal is. I just don't remember seeing the 3.2 on the shelf.
Yeah.
I
But it's a
literally
3.2
literally
for all of us.
was not born for 20 more years.
Used to on Sundays, that's all you get was 3.2.
I mean, legitimately, Smokey and the Bandit was based off of Coors, and you couldn't get it out of Colorado for a bit, and then it went to like New Mexico, Kansas,
Texas.
I mean, it was a small region because they want to keep it cool. They want to keep it cooled all the time, and back then we didn't have the reefers like what we got today to transport it. And that's where that whole Smokey and the Bandit shit was. Plus, you couldn't get it out because of all these fucking 3-2 states.
Is that why they had to move it so fast? Keep it cold.
Say it again.
Is that why they had to move it so fast to keep it cold?
Was it beer cold? Yeah. The Bandit or Convoy?
Smokey and the Bandit.
I'm
That's
talking
where they had to run all
They
the
had to get
course.
that beer to that party. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was
fairground.
all for temperature purposes.
Yeah.
Combination.
Well, the temperature and alcohol content.
You couldn't.
All right, you
transport
taught me something I didn't know, and I've seen Smokey and the Bandit 100 fucking times.
Yeah, that's 3-2 beer. The only thing you get in those other states.
What is 3-2 beer though? Why do they call it that?
3.2% alcohol was the maximum that you could have.
Yeah. I remember that.
Near beer. They call
Near
it
beer.
near
Oh my
beer.
god.
Like near beer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing
Well, near beer
was,
doesn't have any.
Up in Minnesota,
Yeah.
32 beer you could get at a gas station, but if you wanted regular beer, you had to go to the liquor store, which was city organized.
Oh, okay.
You know, with everything that's going on in the world, I really think that most of them really don't give a fuck about us hillbilly home distillers. You know,
that's right.
You know, they don't give a shit.
Dude, listen, if they're digging around worrying about us, there's way more things they should be.
Yeah, I feel sorry for them, man. They're pretty fucking bored, man.
Man, I went to.
I don't know. It's probably be one of the coolest.
That's like Utah. You go up to. I went to Utah. I had to go for work for one time, and they won't give you more than like an ounce or something, an ounce and a half in your drinks of liquor.
Well,
you
got to watch where you're at.
Utah's a super controlled state, and you can only buy 2 drinks at a time.
In Utah?
Yeah. And then anything around Provo or Salt Lake City, you can kiss it goodbye. You're not going to get.
Yeah, I was in Salt Lake City.
They sell low proof liquor there too. They don't.
Okay.
If you buy a mixed drink, it's what we call white cap in Ohio. It's a low, like a 40 proof liquor.
Now, I'm sorry, but I'm talking 30 years ago, 30 plus years ago.
Yeah. So they still have certain rules. So like if you're a grocery store and you don't have a full-on liquor, a state licensed liquor license, then like they'll sell you watered down vodka. It can only be like
20%.
Like wine coolers. Real strong wine coolers and stuff.
It's
watered down vodka. It's like 20 proof or some shit.
20%.
It'll still fuck you up, but you need twice as much.
Yeah, I used to do that with the wine coolers. Beer and wine coolers used to be it. Now they're starting to allow some of these. What they call them? Yeah, carbonation to them.
We called it white cap, Phil, because in high school we used to steal it from the grocery store, man. You couldn't steal from
white caps on them.
You couldn't steal from the liquor store. They bought the fuck out of you. But you could go to the grocery store and steal the fuck out of a bottle of cheap 40 proof vodka now.
We didn't have to, man. We could ride our bicycles to the bootleggers and get it, man.
There you
go. 12,
they
13, 14 years old buying liquor, they didn't give a fuck.
That or get a bottle of Strawberry Boone's Farm and a damn 2 liters of 7-Up.
Yeah, Tickle Pink and a pint of early times.
Mad Dog.
We didn't see a lot of Mad Dog pot can. There's some Boone's Farm and a Tickle Pink and all that. The girls loved all that shit, and we got early times.
Farm where I was.
I remember that damn wine cooler shit, and they sold in the 2-liter bottles.
Phil, what was that other wine? Wild Rose or something like that.
Wild Irish Rose.
Oh, dude, I drank the fuck out of that, and it was terrible. God, it was bad. But we had a drive-through, and back in the day, man, Indian-owned drive-throughs weren't a big thing. We had one back in the day, and they would sell a 15-year-old a case of beer and a bottle of Wild Irish Rose all day.
Shit,
yeah, they thought.
Back in the day,
they'll sell liquor to anybody.
Nah, back.
Fake IDs were easy to get back then.
Back in the day, I'm talking about 15 years ago. I mean, I know y'all old as fuck, but I'm not.
Shit. Pink was the shit.
15 years ago, I got children over in that.
That was like 40.
My kids
Hey,
are over
y'all.
30.
I'm jumping off here. I'll see y'all.
See you, buddy.
Be good.
Thank you, man.
Easy, man.
Take care,
There you
Phil.
go.
I'm about to go eat some ice cream, boys.
There you go.
Ice cream.
Did
That's
you go get?
Yep.
Did you go get your Red
Ice
Robin?
cream.
I did. I got me a cheeseburger.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
Chocolate
It's time for
cherry
dessert.
flavored.
Shit,
I
if it's
got-
Red Robin, I have to go there. And that place that gives you the free fries as much as you
Dude, you get like all kinds. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Red Robin used to be really good. I don't know.
The
It got
I like
so damn expensive. I can't afford to go eat there.
onion ring tower.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
Hey, if you go there the right day, they got a bar where you can load up your fries with any goddamn thing you want.
Really? So do you get unlimited
Oh,
onion
shit.
rings, did you say?
Yeah.
Not onion rings.
No,
No,
you
no,
know,
they got an onion ring tower.
I thought it was
Oh,
They
on
got
the
onion
tower.
ring tower.
yeah, it's
They
like
took away
fucking
the unlimited
18.
onion
It's like
rings.
$18 for 7 onion rings. Fuck that.
No,
Yeah.
They
hell no.
When you go there, do they like potato shame you, man? They
They're
try to
like,
start making you feel bad when you get
Yeah.
that third or fourth
I give
order.
a fuck. Just keep bringing me fries.
Yeah.
they look at your plate and they're
Yeah,
like,
they good fries.
"Do you want more fries?"
Are you sure? And then
They're
they
the
bring
big
like
old
two
steak
fries.
fries,
Then
man.
they bring like 2 or 3
Big
at a
steak
time when you
fries.
get on that fourth
Hey.
or fifth order.
The amount of judgment I receive is in direct correlation to the tip that she receives.
That's right.
Heard that.
How
It's
many
not coming
fries
out of your
did you
check,
give
bitch.
me?
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'll see y'all later.
have a good
Hey,
one.
bro. Take care, buddy.
Yeah, Phil.
When it comes to
Later.
fries, though, you can't beat Big Guy or Five Guys.
Oh yeah,
You
Hey,
can't
listen.
beat Five Guys. You can't.
The best.
dude. Why do you like? Don't ever order a large. You know, because you get
Unless
a
it's
you get
for
a
the
small,
family.
and then they fill the whole fucking bag up. There's more fries in the bag than there is in the cup.
Hey,
Yo,
dude,
listen.
literally the first time I ever went to Five Guys, that's what I did. I was like, just give me a large fry and, like 3 large fries. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we're so used to.
Yeah.
And the guy
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, he was like, hang on a minute. Let me help you. You know what I mean? And he was like, I need 1 small fry. And I was like, dude, I got like 4 kids out here. You know what I mean? And he's like, let me take care of you. And I'm like, okay. It's huge, man. I mean, it's a whole bag full of fries, double seasoned in that
Hey.
shit, Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I know.
Where was that at?
I know
Five
somebody.
Five Guys.
Listen, I
Five
know
Guys?
a guy that works at
Is there-
Five Guys, and for every order of fries that you buy, they fill that container halfway with fries and dump it in the bag, and then fill the container and put it down. So for every bit you buy, you get half as much again. That is the company. That's what they're trained to do.
Wow.
They fill
Nice.
whatever container halfway,
Oh, yeah, I'm
dump
going
it
to
in
go
the
check
bag,
them
and
out.
then fill your fries, and that's what you get.
They got a Five Guys up there in Wilmington?
I think they got one here in Lexington.
I mean,
I'm
we
looking at it
we ain't got a Five Guys. I don't live in Wilmington anymore, but no, there's no Five Guys there. I got one right down the road now.
No, you ain't got shit like that here in Kentucky. At least
What
in
part of
this part of Kentucky.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Where
We
you
got
at?
them in
At least in this
Lexington.
part. At least in this part of Kentucky.
We got them in
What
Lexington.
part are you in, Raj?
I
Where
don't
you
What
at
part
in
of
Kentucky, Roger?
What part of Kentucky are you
Pardon?
in?
I'm
What
in
part
eastern
of-
Kentucky. I'm right by Pikeville, which is right next
yeah.
to West
He's
Virginia
he's
border.
close to where I grew up. Eastern,
Oh, okay.
far east.
Not
of
like
yeah.
Pineville.
Yeah.
Pineville
Give
is
me a
hard.
Double A highways at.
Oh no, Pineville's southeast.
Give me
Yeah.
a,
This
That's
is
where
give me
my
a town,
family's
Roger.
from.
east. Yeah.
Down in
Okay.
Harlem.
Yeah, I'm right next to Pikeville. It's like I don't know.
Yeah.
If the road was straight, it'd be a 20-minute drive, but it's a 40-minute ride any other way.
Give me a main town in Kentucky, Roger.
Did I live by?
Yeah.
Pikeville.
Pikeville.
Hell no.
Pikeville or Hazard?
Or is it off of 64?
Hazard.
Hazard.
All right.
That's where the Bo and Luke is from. Hazard.
Hey,
Well, this is Hazard City.
oh,
Hazard was in actually Covington, Georgia.
Yeah. It was Hazard County. Here, it's just Hazard City.
Yeah.
yeah. So, Roger,
Yeah.
You ever heard of the name Sandlin?
Sandlin?
Yeah.
I got a sticker.
Yeah, my whole family's from Hazard, brother. We take up half the fucking
phone book
cemeteries around there.
Half the phone
book. Part? What part?
Do they still have phone books?
My grandpa grew up around Buckhorn Lake.
Buckhorn, just outside of Hazard?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I've been up to Buckhorn a lot.
Yeah, so we used to go there every year when I was a kid. I ain't been in a long time. We go put flowers on all the graves, but yeah, the Sandlin name comes from Hazard, Kentucky, man. That's my grandpa. He grew up working in the coal mines.
Oh yeah. My dad, my family originally settled in Kentucky in Pikeville, and they migrated over to West Virginia. I'm from Michigan originally. I was born and raised up there, but my dad's all from the South. So when I remember going down there as a kid, I get caught up to that Papaw Still and shit.
Man, that's crazy. I didn't know he was from fucking Hazard.
I'm 30 minutes or 40 minutes from Hazard. Have you ever heard of Beaver Creek?
Yeah.
Or Topmost? I'm right there in Beaver Creek, Topmost. Yeah.
No, man, that's crazy. That's where this all started. That's where this all started for me. Because, Grandpa Fucky worked in the coal mines and got paid pennies, man. That's how he.
It's just a way of life there. I mean,
that's how he got by.
Some of the old people made wine. Most everybody made wine back then. There,
and back then,
made their own wines and shit.
Back then, the women didn't work, so he was the breadwinner. There was a bunch of kids, and he worked at the coal mine. He got fucking company
housing.
Company tickets, I can't remember what's
called. Vouchers and stuff.
He had to shop at the company store.
They're called script.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yep.
Script.
So he got that and a little bit of cash. Most of his money was right there. He had to buy it in the company store. So he fucking made liquor to up it, and he got the fuck out of Hazard, and that's when he came to Wilmington. And he actually opened up a little convenience store and ran it for 60 years right there.
Yeah.
I mean, within 5 minutes of Wilmington. That's where my family started, man.
Yeah, wow. Yeah,
a lot of people went to Michigan.
Yeah. My papa started out, he was working at Q's coal mining, and then, like you said, it was needed the money, so he started running liquor, him and my uncles and my dad. And he was making so much money, he just could keep with the coal mines. But then they ended up moving up to Michigan.
Too. He went to the steel mills.
Yeah, see,
if you didn't want to work in the damn mines, there wasn't a whole lot else to do. And if you didn't want to go underground, man, a lot of people, I don't know about you, but unless you've been in one, you don't really understand quite how it is working underground and 4 foot tall. It's not like you can stand up in most of these motherfuckers. You're crawling around and shit, and it's like, it's not like you think, and it's.
I got a few buddies that work deep mine, and if I had my leg,
man, it's scary as fuck going back in there.
Dude, I did a tour.
If I had my leg,
same here.
I did a tour with my grandpa when I was a kid in the mine he grew up in.
My family
it was shut down, but they did tours, and they used the same trolleys to take you in, dude.
Low boys.
It blew my mind because you literally have to lay down.
Yeah, you're laying down.
To get in. I mean, it was really a whole different world.
Yeah, it takes another breed, man, to do that, to go underground.
I met this lady. I thought it was my aunt. My whole life, they called her Fat Mom. As bad as it sounds, she wasn't a slave.
I like to know who he's talking about.
No,
he's talking about me, huh?
She was paid help, but dude, we go to this house and we get so far up in the hills. Grandpa's like, "Well, the creek's up." Now, first of all, to start off, I grew up fucking my family. They have money. I didn't have to worry about nothing. Just put it in perspective. We get halfway up, and he's like, "The creek's up. We're gonna have to walk the rest of the way." And I'm like, "Okay." Like, I didn't know what to do. I'm like 8 years old. We walk up to this house, man, and there are 40 fucking people there, and not one vehicle. There's horses, and there's some couple rundown 4-wheelers and stuff. We get up there, man, and go inside. There's chickens and fucking sheep and stuff running in and out of the house. And out of the back of the house, it's right off the side of the mountain. They just threw their fucking trash out the back door over the side of the mountain. Like, this is just, and we're talking, I don't know, 25 years ago. It's not like it's a different time in the world.
Right.
It's actually, not to interrupt you, it's actually still like that here in Eastern Kentucky. I've been to houses all over. I mean,
man, it's just
incredible the way they want to live. You know, it's modern day, but you know, it's all old time.
It was such an eye opener to me at that age.
Yeah.
To see that
it's a culture shock, man.
Not everybody lives the way I live. You know, and this is where my grandpa grew up, so it was a huge culture shock. Like, this was him. This is what he did until he was like 19 years old when he got out. He never graduated school. He started working in the coal mine when he was 14.
Yeah.
So this is what he did and ran liquor until he get away from this. You know, he wanted better and he did better, you know?
Yeah.
But it was a culture shock is a understatement. When we walk up to this place, like I said, I was probably coming from a spoiled family. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I grew up pretty much getting what I wanted. I had to work for it, but if I wanted something, Dad'd say, well, go do this, this, and this, and you'll get that new game you want or whatever. I'd have to go out and mow the grass and weed eat and whatever. But they don't even have electric. These motherfuckers living in the hills, throwing their trash over a hillside. Like, it was wild.
I know one guy, he's got a septic dumping over the side of the ridge. But it's a septic. I mean, why? Put a fucking barrel in the ground at least.
Yeah,
like
straight
I said,
pipes everywhere.
I was probably 8 or 9 years old. I mean, there's probably more details I could go into, but I don't remember. Because it was just, when we walked in and I saw chickens and goats and sheep they're cooking, I mean, an elaborate, badass meal. They're cooking right there while the chickens run around. I mean,
why would you? You think you're going to put the chickens up to cook?
And we got this 5-course meal.
All right, chicken, all y'all into the coop. We're going to cook now.
They're just throwing down this badass meal right there in the middle. I mean, shooing them off the counter while they're cooking.
Dude,
I'm swat the flies and the animals.
I'm lost. You ain't got chickens.
The chickens are in there to keep the bugs down.
Exactly.
That's why they keep the chickens
you don't
in
have
there.
chickens in your house?
Well, I wouldn't, but that's like what they would do back in the day.
Chicken. I got a chicken in my house in the freezer.
I ain't got no chicken.
You let the chickens come into the house, and I guarantee you will not find a fucking cockroach in there.
I let my chickens come right up to the door.
They'll eat every bug out of your house, man. They'll pick the flea off your fucking cats, man.
I'll show you. I'll take pictures tomorrow and show you.
Oh, yeah.
Shit,
my in-laws got chickens. They leave the side door open. Chicken walk in, and it's their pets. I mean, it's their kids. They brought them from Florida up to Michigan. Even had them in dog crates. Brought them into the motel room. I mean, that's how close they are.
Ain't no way.
Guineas too.
My brother's got free-range chickens and guineas. You can't.
That's why I say guineas, man. Them motherfuckers will eat ticks off your hand, won't they?
You can't even sit on the back porch. The motherfucker get up in your lap and fuck that.
Yeah, they fly up in your lap, but I mean it's my mother. Well, it's actually my father-in-law's. That's his kids. He's never had kids of his own, and he treats these chickens like they're his kids. I mean, they're spoiled worse than the mother-in-law.
I've gotten into miniature chickens, and that's my shit right there. I love my miniature chickens.
Yeah.
And is that where they get chicken nuggets?
No, these little fuckers are maybe 10 inches tall. Maybe.
What the fuck is a miniature chicken?
Research or search up Surma chickens. Make sure you put chickens behind it. Make sure you put chickens behind it.
Mama B's got a little question up. You see that?
No,
I think she lets her animals in there.
Mama B, I wouldn't doubt it. She from North Carolina.
Hey, honestly, I'm not talking down about the way they lived. I just said they made the most badass meal I probably.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hey,
you ain't gonna eat better than you do in the South. That's for sure.
It was just a huge culture shock for me. I'm not
It
saying
is
it's
different,
wrong,
man.
but
I've
from where
taken
I
a
came
bunch
from,
of
that was
people
wild as
home, you know, from like when I was in college and stuff, and we went back home and stuff, and you could tell by the way they reacted when you drove up the hollows, man. It's like, wow, you know, I didn't realize people, you know, still lived like this. You know, it's
That
just,
was
I only
how
see this in the movies and stuff, and you know, and we kind of were, you know, like 20 years in the past or 30 years in the past, you know, and that, you know, I look back on it, you know, everybody, we all, when we were young, that sucked, you know, we were behind the times. It's not cool, you know, to be behind the times. But I look back now, man, I'm so glad that we were, you know.
Well, here's a culture shock. 4 years sitting in the doctor's office reading this newspapers, and I come across this article: Kentucky finally bans bestiality. I'm like, finally bans it? It was legal here in Kentucky.
Damn.
I got a picture of the newspaper clip or the newspaper article. It was crazy. I couldn't believe it. But again, you know, I'm from Michigan.
When was this?
It was 4 years ago. Kentucky finally banned.
Yeah,
But beat all,
4 or 5 years ago.
hey, to beat all fucking stories, okay, my buddy Chad, he manages the buffalo herd out there in South Dakota, right?
I've never seen those pictures.
Okay. Well, a couple years ago, he had a calf born and the mama didn't take to it. So he brought it to his house and started bottle feeding it. And as this calf buffalo got bigger and started getting kind of pushy and whatnot, it started to walk itself up on the deck. Then in turn, it busted through the screen door and actually was coming into their house.
Damn.
As it wishes. At that time, once he realized it was starting to get pretty pushy, it was like, you know, we got to pen you up. So he penned him up with the smaller herd. And then that's when I went on out there and I got a selfie with it because he was still a baby. He was a couple 100 pounds. But it was shortly after that, he put him in with the big herd, the one that you've seen, Santa.
Sorry, Lisa. Sorry, Lisa. That was my fault. I wasn't paying attention.
He's daydreaming as usual.
I was just lost.
He's out in left field. I don't know what the hell were you thinking about? Really, tell us. I just want to know what goes on the mind of Crown.
Actually, brother, nothing. I was just staring off. I got so much on my plate, you know. Oh, I know.
Moonshine.
Oh my God.
Shots.
Again?
Shot. This is compliments of Mr. Sandlin. Thank you very much, sir.
What is it?
Sandlin Spirits.
Oh.
Red, white, blue.
Some of that red, white, and blue.
I'll take a drink of that.
All I can say at this point is probably better than Tom's since I haven't had any of Tom's.
You've had it
either. Did I tell? Oh, man. I might have had it. I'm not 100% sure yet. So
that's right.
Still out there. I might have had it.
Sour mash a time or 2 or 12.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh, somebody was talking about sour mash on the show here earlier, and I forgot to comment on that. They were talking about JB Raider talking about his 5th generation is about when he quits.
Oh no, hell no.
Well, if you don't substitute grains, it will do that. But if you take like 10% out every time, you can just keep going forever and ever and ever and ever, and it doesn't get weak and diluted, and your flavors don't dilute like that. So I know the first time you take them out, you know, you might not need to, but by the 2nd or 3rd generation, if you start replacing some grains with fresh ones, you won't ever have to stop.
So
I just remembered that somebody said something about sour mash, and I'm like,
with my sour mash, I just keep once I run it, I just keep adding sugar to the grains.
Right. But after a while, it's just sugar shine. After so many runs, you're not getting any replenishment of the flavor coming from that grain. So if you add every run, add 10%, take all the floaties out, take all the floaties and all that shit out. And then, maybe if you're not getting enough, take a handful or two out each time, 10% maybe. And every time you do that, you keep replenishing with new grains that flavor and keep carrying it forward. And you can keep that sour taste and run perpetually and not lose your flavor.
I take all the brown corn off the top and then I add the same amount back.
Right. Yeah. Always skim
and then add my sugar.
Yeah. Always skim it off. But that's usually not going to get 10% that's spent like that.
Well, I have to do it with this startup because I sure the hell ain't gonna run this rat juice.
Yeah.
I'm surprised PhilBilly didn't say he'd run it.
You better run that shit.
9 out of 10. 9 out of 10.
Come on, man. You got to call it the rat shit, man, at least, and run it and see what it's like.
You got to.
You can't call it rat fink liquor, so.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Rat shit liquor.
I'd run it.
I would.
I'd
Are
run
they
it.
getting slimy?
Stop.
Stop. Are they getting slimy now, or Jim? Are they getting slimy?
Say what now?
Are them rats looking slimy?
Yeah, how far along were they, man? I mean, were they like
it stinks bad? I ain't got. I'm sure the slime. There's still skin on them though.
The hair ain't falling
off.
When the hair starts falling off, you know it's bad.
Yeah,
the hair's still on.
You know those traps that you make out of a 5-gallon bucket, put a little ramp up to
yeah.
Well, I done that because I had creek rats in my pump house, and I'd catch them in there, and I just totally forgot to check for a week. I went out there and opened the door, and it was rank. All the hair was off that rat. It's all bloated and
primordial.
I told the old lady, I said, "You got to dump this one. I can't throw it out the window." She wasn't happy with me, and then I've actually got a picture of where my dog killed one. She's holding it up by the tail, and she goes, "What do I do with it? Throw it back in the fucking creek. Let the creek wash it down."
That's right.
I don't go bury it.
I wonder if that's what we got crick rats because ever since Hurricane Florence come through here, we have had a bad issue with rats. Bad issue.
Oh,
the creek just can't get rid of them now.
They sit on top of the water. Rats will absolutely float with water.
Flooding displaces them. Yeah,
they float. I mean, like we would float if we couldn't swim. They'll try to swim back and then they'll just float with the current.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and they'll all end up in the same spot and overpopulated.
Yeah. It's happening. That's how cities get overrun with rats. That's why fucking New Orleans has a huge fucking rat issue.
Yeah, they all floated in.
We had a gutter house after Florence, and before I could rebuild it, I had probably 5 rats in the house when it was nothing but a dried in. We had no sheetrock, no insulation, nothing. And we were already finding rats that were coming on in for some place to live. I guess because it was warmer than what it was outside. But we fought tooth and nail to try to get rid of these motherfuckers.
Man, I tell you what, back in the old days in Eastern Kentucky and a lot of Appalachia, you were talking about that. I mean, they were literally taking newspapers and wallpapering the walls with it and cardboard boxes and shit and thumbtacking and stapling it up to the walls for insulation and stuff.
Dude, I can't
help stay warm.
Listen, I worked on farmhouses half my life. That's kind of how I grew up, made my name. That's how I made my money for years. And I couldn't tell you how many times I've ripped down walls and found shredded, hand-torn newspaper-filled walls. We found newspapers back from the late 40s.
Oh, it'll go back to the 1800s. We did a cabin that was that way.
Yeah.
Well, my area just wasn't that old where I was working. I mean, there were places, but most of the stuff I was working on was a lot later than that.
I just gutted my whole house, and it's built. It was built in '42, and I mean, it was incredible the way this house was built. There ain't a 2x4 one in the wall. It was built with like 1x14s and 1x12s. The load bearing walls were that way.
Yep.
So I guess they call it box framing. I've been a carpenter for 35 years and never seen it done like this. So I ended up building all. I ended up building all
like it.
If you dig deep enough into it, it's probably timber framed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
was
back
no
then.
rough
It's like
lumber
it's
until-
almost like building with pallets back then, because you'd get boards like that would come stacked, that would be used in what they use now for
Hey,
pallets.
Tom.
There's that
What?
one by material.
Bird's trying to get in, brother.
Hey, let's go into that mimosa run that Raj Davison's talking about.
Or he said he is. He said he's backstage.
Is Bennett getting here?
Yeah, I was gonna do it this year. I grabbed a few of the petals and the flowers, and I started mashing them in just like a little 3-gallon pod. And the wash tastes amazing. I was impressed with it, but I just had so much shit going on, I couldn't get back to it. And where my tree's at, it's difficult to get to because it's growing out the side of my creek. But my neighbor said they had cut it down 3 years ago or 4 years ago, right before I bought my house, and it's already big. So
yeah, my neighbor's got like a 30-foot one. Mine's like 10.
So okay,
I'm gonna cut mine down and I'm gonna just let it regrow.
Now the flour, what do? Throw that in with your grain then, or do you throw that in
water? What I did, I just added it to water. I cooked it in water like you would anything.
The flour. It's getting there.
Huh?
Just like red buds, anything else, you can make jelly that way. That's why they make jelly.
Good liquor with them old wood staves.
I poured it out.
I tell you what,
dude, this is gonna be some bomb ass liquor. I tasted it today. It's getting good.
Hell, it was good liquor before you put fucking wood in it.
Well, yeah, I've drank plenty of it clear, but come on now, you can't tell me that ain't gonna be some good liquor.
Is that the grappa or
in there?
Is that,
that's
a root
beer.
beer.
Fell into that red, white, and blue sour.
That fucking didn't last long.
Somehow, I ended up with a gallon of Tom's jerry can juice. And
really,
well, the old feller that it was supposed to go to messaged me and said, "I think that's still in your truck." And I'm like, "Fuck, man, it is." Like, I ain't gonna drink your liquor, so I'm like, "What do you think? I'll just throw smoke in it. Let's see what it's like."
Yeah, I know that. Lisa.
I drink it. Dane would drink yours, didn't he, Tom?
Well, that is Damon right there. I bring him a gallon sometimes, like that. But hell, far. Put my good liquor in that old shitty brown liquor. Hell, far.
Hey guys, go back to the mimosa. I've got one of them trees out front. I'm curious about it, but Lisa pointed out don't use the seeds, and then someone says strain off the pellets. Like, what the hell? I'm lost.
Yeah, the way I did it was I seeped all the flour, just the flour, and then I don't know, after a week or so, I skimmed them off, and the wash that was left was real. I mean, floral. It was really good tasting, and that's as far as I got because I had so much shit going on at the time. I couldn't get it. My stepson couldn't get up to pick all the flowers I needed. I wanted like 4 or 5-gallon buckets full to do a 20-gallon run. I wanted a heavy, that heavy floral taste. So next year I'm cutting the mimosa tree down and let it regrow in 3 years or 4 years, whatever. But I'll have plenty of flowers.
Right.
Because it's growing out of my creek. It's growing right out the side of my creek. So in order to get to the flowers, you actually got to climb the tree, and the limbs are just, they don't hold a lot of weight. So, and
Lisa,
my neighbor said,
What are you talking about with the seeds? What part's the seed?
The seeds are poisonous. After the flowers get done, they'll have them little seed pods on them. They say they're poisonous. But they say you can use the bark of the mimosa too.
Oh, really?
what is it, MDA or something like that?
Yeah, Chinese call it the tree of happiness.
Yeah.
To, you know.
Well, I guarantee if I made some good liquor out of it, I'd be happy.
So you can't. What tree? If you ferment tree bark, that makes fuel.
Yeah, but what they're doing is you take the tree bark, you pull it off, and then you make a tincture out of the tree bark with your alcohol, and it actually is a Chinese version of the NDA or whatever that drug is, or whatever it is.
Is that
that day rape drug?
DMT. That's what I'm thinking about.
Oh,
the what?
I smoked some DMT back in the day, and
hey.
Whoa.
Hey, Lisa, see my new book?
I saw a different fucking world, boys and girls. That was not cool. I saw fucking aliens. Better
than an acid trip, huh?
I don't need no more DMT. I've done a shit pile of acid now. DMT is a different animal.
No, I'd probably never come back at my age. I'd go away and never come back from that vacation.
I wouldn't do acid now if you fucking paid me.
No.
I ain't got the brain capacity these days. I did a lot of it when I was younger, but no.
And see, when I was growing up, the drug of choice was actually called mescaline. I'm sure anybody else is my age knows about it.
I never did mescaline, but I did what they call Molly, which is supposedly today's
mescaline. Mescaline was like a body buzz.
Didn't you have to
everything was
in your eye?
That was called that's acid. That was a bladder.
I thought that's how you did mescaline.
Mescaline was a little pill.
Tiny wrapped in.
Sounds like ecstasy.
No, it was mescaline. The buzz, everything was. I mean, you had a permagrin the whole night. The lights were incredible. Black lights were the bomb. You know, black lights and black light posters, strobe lights, flashing lights. I mean, it was just a great body buzz, and everything was hilarious. I mean, you weren't really tripping, but it was different, I guess. That's back in '84, you know.
Yeah, sounds like
early '80s.
I mean, it may have been a different drug, but it sounds a lot like ecstasy.
Yeah, I've never done ecstasy. I haven't done any drugs since the '80s.
No,
late '80s.
No, I couldn't. Well,
yeah, me neither.
I mean, my version of years ago and y'all's version of years ago is a different thing, but I ain't done drugs in a long time.
Yeah, how are you?
Not like that.
I'll tell you what, growing up in the '80s was the era to grow up in. Am I wrong, Tom? The '80s were the bomb.
I don't even know how to answer that one. Are you wrong? Yes. Are you not wrong? No. I'll just go along with You growed up in the '80s.
The '80s was cool.
If you graduated high school in the '80s, you lived it.
Yep.
You lived it.
I lived just outside of Detroit, so I was at every heavy metal concert. I was at all the. I mean, there wasn't a concert I haven't seen. I don't think in the '80s.
Fucking.
I think I've seen every possible
Detroit
one.
City.
Yep.
I was definitely born in the wrong era because
you ain't a snowflake now.
I tried a lot of crazy shit, and since graduating high school, I couldn't tell you. I might have one or two, but 99% of my friends are 40 plus. It's just hell, 50 plus. It's just the crowd I always liked hanging out with my parents' friends, and
that's the way I was in other freshmen in high school, hanging out with seniors. I always hung out with older people.
Well,
more mature. I mean, you have to play the games.
I got it started, I think, because my brother was 8 years older than me, and I got my party days done when I was like 13 years old, because he was supposed to be babysitting, but really we was at a fucking kegger, and I was looking at titties and drinking beer. Here, hit that. He just looked at hit that, dude. Hit that.
Hang on. Hey, this guy says now with a sour mash, do you heat the whole thing back up or just add the hot back set back to the new grains?
Oh, you don't heat it up at
Don't
all.
let it hot. Let it cool down. You're gonna kill your yeast.
Yeah, let it cool down to about 100. That way, it'll just melt your sugar or whatever you want to do, and then add your sugar, your yeast, and some fresh water, and let her go.
Yeah. Nah, let it. You don't want to kill your yeast, man. Let your old yeast eat. It's already got a good. It already runs good.
What's that? What are you talking about? Oh, mimosa.
Mimosa.
Man, I don't.
Yeah, the flour.
Yeah, y'all's talking Spanish to me about that. I don't know anything about this stuff.
I gotta try it with the damn tree we got out front. I've got to try that.
No, Roy, it's not.
I just went on the wing, you know. I figured I'd give it a try. That's why I only did a 3-gallon mash, and and it, like I said, the wash tasted great, but I wasn't able to run it. There's so much shit going on. That was right before I had to be down to we went down to Maggot Valley.
Tom, what book was that? What's Roy? I saw you put it up, but hell, I wasn't.
The Lost Book of Herbal Remedies. You can get it on TikTok shop.
All right.
Yeah, I seen someone posted Alan's version 2 the other day of stuff.
Yeah, his Alchemist book, Volume 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was actually. I think that was actually the first one. Actually, I can't remember.
Well, they said it was version 2.
So when I first got started, I ordered his first book, and I got a signed copy of it. I had no idea.
Is it the blue one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same one I got.
Well, I didn't know I was getting a signed copy because I was just getting started distilling. And, well, I'd been doing it a little while, but I was trying to learn and make it better because back then I made party liquor. You know, you get a buzz first, and then you drink this to get blackout drunk because it wasn't no good. So I was trying to get better, and I bought that book, and I get it, and it was signed, and I didn't even know who the hell he was. Now that I've been in it a while, I'm like, all right, well, I need to go back and read it because I still haven't read the book. I bought it.
I got to admit, first time
I never read it.
First time I reached out to Alan, I didn't know he was as big as what he is, and I just called him up on the damn phone because I had some questions. It was like, okay, I got my answers. And then later on now, in the last, I don't know, probably year and a half, I'm starting to realize how big he was. And I was like, God damn, for someone that big in the family we got, it's amazing that he would actually answer the damn phone.
Well, say it's amazing you got a response.
Oh, no, I called him on up, and I found his phone number on one of his Facebook pages, called him on up and got the response I needed. But I didn't even know who the dude was, and Amanda and Jay are the ones that told me to give him a call because I had questions about coming up with my own yeast. And
so I got 2 master distillers that I've met a few times in person that I've tried to contact on Facebook. Nothing. Crickets.
Really?
I get an auto response, and then I get nothing.
There's a couple that I get that from, but a lot of them I talk to regularly.
I do too, but these 2, I honestly lost a good chunk of respect. I'm like, all right, well, you're a fucking TV star, so you're too good. I'm talking liquor, like asking real questions, and nothing, man. And like I said, these are people I've handed jars back and forth with. It's not like I'm just a fanboy out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've actually met these people in person, passed jars with them, get nothing back, and I'm like, all right,
go ahead, Santa.
I'm sorry, Wes. I promise I'll answer next time you call, man.
Hey, I gotta be honest though, man. I ain't met no master distiller yet. I ain't met a single fucking one. But I'm friends with JJ. I'm friends with Amanda. I'm friends with Richard. And the rest of y'all that I don't even know have been on the damn show. But I'm
Hey,
friends with you.
I met Amanda and Tom, Jay,
Jason.
right?
You met
Tom, you
Jason.
been on the show?
Jason and Mama B were both on the show. Jason won.
Mama B and her husband.
whatever it
Yes.
is.
Yes. I've been on I seen their episodes.
Right.
Yes. But I ain't met nobody.
Right, in life. I know what you're saying.
No, I talk to them all the time. It's not what I'm talking about. Tom.
What?
Amanda and what's his
Jay.
name?
Jay.
Yeah, Jay. Dude. No, I've never tried to reach out, but man, we stood. Now I was with Tom. Now I think that's a leg up. We stood there in the parking lot. Hey, they're real deal people.
They're
man.
awesome. They're down there. Cool
We
as
were right
fuck.
there at the hotel. We bullshit. Now Amanda had a bunch of shit to do, so she had to run. But dude, we stood there and talked for 15, 20 minutes and had some drinks and cool as fuck. I was embarrassed to ask for a picture. You know what I'm saying? Because we're just real deal, real people just standing there talking. That's
Amanda and Jared.
I'm not a fanboy. I'm not gonna wait in your line.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
I'm
get
not gonna wait in your
starstruck.
line to come and see you.
Nope.
I make liquor. You make liquor. If we're going to talk, we're going to end up meeting at some point.
Shit.
I'm not going to wait in line to meet you. But again, I think hanging out with Tom at the jam, I've met people I probably wouldn't have. But that was cool to realize, hey, they're just another fucking person that likes to make liquor, man.
Now,
it's fun having that real world conversation.
Now, the only reason JJ and I connected was our military.
Right.
That was the only reason.
What,
I don't
JJ?
know.
He's just sweet.
I don't know
been
the
on this
reason
live
why
more
I
than a few
reached
times.
out to Jay. I don't I don't know what it was because it was early in my recovery from my stroke. But then in turn, Jay, and then all of a sudden one night I was mentioning Amanda, and I was talking to Jay, but I mentioned her. He goes, "Well, do you want to talk to her?" I said, "Nah, not. Are you serious? She's right there." I was kind of a little bit, starstruck, but then ever since then, the biggest compliment I ever got was her tasting some of my liquor and liking it. That was like, holy shit. I cannot believe someone at that level really thinks that I made some good liquor. It blows my mind, honestly. It does.
I think they're in the part. I broke something out of. I think I got out my blackberry brandy for Amanda and Jay, and Amanda said, "Hey, that's a good brandy."
Yeah,
she didn't elaborate on it, but I could tell by her face it legitimately was pretty good liquor. So, yeah. It makes you feel good.
Personally, I want to get up with Richard because of our love for seafood. That's the only reason I want to get up with Richard, because
I wouldn't mind meeting all of them, and that's just because I have a lot in common with all of them. I've never been starstruck. I've partied with fucking rock stars. I've partied with Metallica, REO Speedwagon. I've met a lot of stars in my life, and to me, they're just another person.
Ordinary people.
They're just like we are. They just have a different job.
But that's the
they get paid a hell of a lot more.
But that's the issue: is you have to meet them in the right environment, or they're playing the part.
Well, every environment I've ever met them in was a party environment. So
Howard
nailed it.
Howard was at the hotel. You were there, Santa. Tom was there. He was playing the part all night. You can't tell me he wasn't.
Who's that again? Who?
Howard, Moonshiner Howard.
Oh yeah. And that's cool. He's got a persona, and he's real funny. But you know what? I don't know if Howard was playing Howard on the show, or if Howard on the show is just how Howard is all the fucking time. And I think that might be just how Howard is all the fucking time. I mean, he is a funny guy, man. But I do agree. You know, he might have handled it.
All I know is that he tasted the worst liquor I tasted all weekend, and said it was the best liquor he tasted at the whole show. And I'm like, nah. Now I can't believe nothing you say.
Well, I mean, when you're drunk, you know what kind of really
Dude, it was
gay.
It was headsy as fuck when you opened the jar. It smelled like heads. It tasted
Yeah,
like
it was literally that consensus of that when that jar passed everybody down that road, we was all like, whoa. And nobody in our group, I mean, I think one of us, I tried it. I put it to my lips. I'm like, no.
Was it
no.
that one dude that had pulled out like 7 different bottles that was just out of nowhere kind of guy that was over talking on the phone most of the time, and then he got off and like throwing big quarts at us?
The fact that Tom knew exactly the fucking jar I'm talking about.
I knew exactly too when she said that.
So, and then Howard tasted it.
Out of the hundreds I saw that night that had jars for me to try.
And Howard says, I tasted too much liquor at this festival, and that nothing holds candle to that. And I'm like,
well, I hope you don't think less of me because I said it's not bad, but I tell everybody that, you know, if I say your liquor's not bad, it falls in within a large range of okay to sucks.
Well, all I know is you've been drinking mine all night, so it must be better than not bad.
Oh, it's pretty damn good, brother.
That's what I'm scared about.
You're at the PDG, man. You're at that PDG.
What I'm getting at is I'm not going to have Howard taste my shit after that because you just said the worst liquor I've tasted all weekend's the best. So you're playing a fucking part, and you're not giving a real opinion. And
well, he's got fans, and he don't want anybody going back home. Howard's a dick, you know.
I mean that's
he's got to play the part,
fine.
You know.
That's fine, but when I hand you a jar of liquor, if it ain't worth a fuck, I mean, maybe don't call me out in front of everybody.
Yeah, don't ring
but,
me.
Hey, pull me off and let me know. Hey, dude, that's
really
not good because I want to know. Because if I make bad liquor, I want to improve what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I got to know.
Well, I told you I was honest about that Ambriana. I don't like that wood. Because I tasted the other product. I tasted the other product. No, I didn't. That was only. But I wasn't really in favor of the Ambriana wood. I didn't like that bottle. But the spice rum you spent, I like.
I don't like the Ambriana. But man, I have handed it to real deal guys that will give me a true opinion that fucking think it's the greatest thing.
Well, I mean, that's why there ain't just one jar on the shelf. Everybody likes different things.
I've
tried now since Maggie. I've tried I think 2 or 3 Ambrianas, and I've not liked any of them. So it's just
that's I've tasted one. Phil, the very first one, that's what got me started. Phil let me taste the jar, and I'm like,
hey, if I was there, I'd help you load the truck, Damon. What can I be wrong about? Hell no.
But I'm like, that is fucking awesome. And I've been chasing that ever since I tasted it. Every Ambriana that I make, I think tastes like shit.
Yeah,
listen, Sean Peterman and Roy right there. Roy's wife's having surgery in the morning, so y'all say prayer for
prayers, man.
Yeah, what kind of surgery are you talking, Roy? What kind of surgery?
On her foot. It's on her foot.
Okay.
I was gonna say, Tom, I thought she was done with damn.
No.
I thought she was on the upswing, I guess.
She ended up getting a cold on her foot. It just won't heal.
Hey, here's a toast. How about a toaster as well? Prayer and a toast.
Yeah. Shots for Nick.
Yeah, my fiance's got diabetes too. It kills me because I used to make this wine for her and stuff, and she loved it. And she wasn't a big drinker and stuff, but she liked my white wine, actually wine that made the grappa, and that's one of the reasons I ended up making the grappa out of the cases of it I had. And
when I found out I was diabetic, well, you guys didn't meet me back then. I was 60 pounds heavier about 2 years ago. I don't know.
I thought you were about to say 200 pounds. I was, oh God, don't name my weight.
No, I'm down about 60 pounds because I got a lot of family.
Well, you went from 270 to 210.
I was 280, and I range from 220 to 225 right
Yeah,
now.
I'm at 260, and I need to get down to about 210, 2 to 210.
Okay, let's do a drinker's fucking moonshine.
Love you, brother.
Let's all stick together. All us fools that need to lose some weight.
That'd be me.
Okay, so what the hell we gonna bet?
Tom done, he's skinny fucker.
Let's work together.
Y'all take this right here. I'm just gonna sit back and listen. Y'all got this.
Yeah. Because I ain't gonna lie, none. I'm at about 225. I got to get down to.
You're at 225.
I got to get under 200. I got to.
Did you just say you was 225?
Fucking lying. God dang.
How tall are you?
His fucking shadow weighs 150 fucking pounds at line.
There's no way he's 225. His left shank's at. What?
I'm 270.
Old truck in South Dakota. Hell, he looked like 300 pounds of chewed bubble
He
gum.
looks more like 275. Wait a minute, Jim. Unless you and Brian Silcott are about the same height. You know, you more than 2 1/4.
Hey,
are you a damn tunnel rat or what, brother? God damn. There ain't no way you're 225.
I'm 272.
Come on now.
I'm 272 with one leg.
I'm going up what the doctor says.
Oh,
225. Roger, just cut the other one off. You'll be about 220.
Needless to say,
Actually, when they took my leg off, I lost 30 pounds.
I got to get past
fucking leg weight, 30 pounds.
Say it again now?
That's actually kind of crazy to think about. I mean,
yeah.
Now, Roger, don't you start lying, because hell, if you take you to court, you ain't gonna have a damn leg to stand on. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Dude, fucking Roger, man, when he dove off the side of that fucking chair and that was the funniest shit. God, that was funny. He's like, that's a circle. He just fucking come right off the side of it. It's funnier than hell.
David Dance,
I was hot as hell that day.
I seen you dance. You need to pump it up, brother. You gotta start lifting those weights. You gotta start lifting weight 1 quart at a time.
I like the race because Roger turned on the fucking nitrous shirts in.
You know, and then I get done with that race. I get done with that race, and I was only at 3/4 of my dial. I mean, what the fuck?
He's only giving him a 300 shot.
Hell yeah.
I wasn't gonna lose. I lost.
It's over.
I lost to that old 32 replica with that 5 horsepower Briggs.
Yeah.
I lost to him. I was like, damn it.
Look.
Yeah, hey, were you the one? I think somebody posted you in that video, that old late or that.
Yes, Bam Bam. I think it's Roger and Bam Bam.
Two-stroke fucking.
Oh yeah. That granny. I'd like to know where she got that. I mean, she's got some air. She's always with the figure up.
I think it's bullshit, but I know a couple guys that build you one if you got enough cash.
Yeah, man. Get you a Tesla. Get you a damn Tesla chair, by God.
Hell yeah. All I gotta do is put a bigger motor on it or something, but it's just.
Gear that son
I'm
bitch
still
up.
paying on that chair.
I'm
still paying on that chair.
Why don't we just put him a 2-speed rear end in that son of a bitch?
That's why I'm saying change the damn gear ratio in that motherfucker, man.
Oh yeah. You have him a gear shift down there with one of them damn whiskey barrel knobs on the end of it. Shit, let's let him just right on that.
Hell yeah.
It's all gear ratio. Because listen, when I was a kid, we took a lawnmower and we took the pulley off the motor and put it on the transmission and swapped the other one. That motherfucker run 35 miles an hour. It was no real horse mower. It was dangerous as fuck. Did it get shaking?
Well, I mean, it spins fast around in a circle. You know, that lawnmower, that's what it relies on. It's pretty high RPM.
We changed we swapped it. I mean, it went from all torque to all speed, and we had to disconnect the brakes because they were all on the same pedal. So we disconnected the brakes so you could shift it on the run because you couldn't take off in high gear to kill it.
Right.
So you had to actually shift this thing on the fly. So it didn't have no brakes. This thing's dangerous as fuck, dude. I mean, but we had
I'd run it. Fuck it.
On that lawnmower, man. We finally blew it up. We kept changing that ignition cable and giving it more and more throttle. And
it sounds like
then we drilled out the.
What's going on, Cass?
We drilled out the throttle plate where it pulled even farther, and we blew it up.
It sounds like us making go-karts out of them damn old snowmobiles out of the damn 70s and 60s.
Well, we didn't have no money. Nothing. This just lawnmower my buddy's parents had, and they didn't know any different until we blew it up, and they was fucking pissed.
I'd imagine.
They never tried to use it.
I've taken 90 the little 90 hilltoppers, put that motor on a lawnmower frame. Oh my god, it was crazy,
man.
Especially when you go into a power slide and you go tumbling over, and get all banged up.
Fuck that.
My dad was coaching me on how to do this lawnmower. Obviously, I didn't tell him that we weren't supposed to be doing it, but he was telling me. He said back in the 70s, we put a bicycle front end. They tore the whole front end out and put a bicycle. He said that thing would ride a wheelie for a mile. And he told me how to change the gears and everything. So he didn't know the very story he was telling me. I was going over there and doing it.
Tom, do you remember this? Taking a 20-inch bicycle, cutting the forks off another bike and slamming them on,
shoving them in there,
putting them on again. You have a long ass fork.
Hell yeah. Yeah. I've seen people stretch them.
Didn't know how to weld back then, but
they were just hammered in.
Hey, you remember that damn little mowers that had like a little 5 horsepower? You know, look like Forrest Gump drive. You know that little snappers.
Yeah.
Snappers.
Yeah. Little snapper mower.
Yep, you got it's
over here. You put on like a damn one of them 23 horse Vanguard motors, like off of one of these big zero turns on the back of one.
Yeah.
That sucker would run 50 mile an hour and never touch the front wheels on the ground. It just stand up, just keep right on track.
All right, we got to stop talking about this because I got a zero turn with a 35 horse on it. And
there you go.
I've got an old tractor behind the garage.
But I'm telling you,
I might have to do an engine swap.
But when they do one of those zero turns with a 35 horse on it, they gear it properly for the motor, so you're regulated. Yeah. When they built that snapper, they didn't build that for the RPMs that it was.
Well, all they had was like a little 5 horse on Briggs and Stratton. You put a 2-cylinder 30 on there, on Kawasaki's water. That son bitch would fly. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that was probably about 4,000, 5,000 RPM. That big motor probably.
I'm talking. This was like an 8 horsepower wheel horse. Old. They had a true transmission, not the transaxle these new motors have. All we did was change the gears on an 8 horsepower fucking motor. This thing run 35 miles an hour. If you'd have put a big fucking twin cylinder on this, I hate to guess what it would have done.
So you could take a weed eater mower and put it on a 10-speed bicycle, and you would be fucking shocked at what it'll do.
Hey, probably the fastest go-kart I ever ran in my life had 2 still
chainsaw motors
on them, and they had 2 throttles, so you had to back off the throttle to turn, because if you kept it up, that motherfucker would try to spin, and I mean you had to throttle it down on both sides.
Yeah, I had a buddy of mine that road raced with those, and he had that big 102cc Husqvarna steel whatever on it. And them things have a big rich and lean screw on the carburetor that they would put on them instead of just a little screw. They'd put a big knob on them, and they'd come into the corners, into the turns, and they'd rich them out. You know what I mean? And then when they get on them straight stretches, man, he'd start cranking on that thing and lean that sumbitch out. Oh, they was crazy.
Really?
Yeah, them things were psycho.
Well, honestly, this thing was probably built in the 70s, and one of my buddies, it was his dad's little toy, and he let us get it out. They had a little circle track. I mean, we couldn't just ride it anywhere. He had this he just mowed it down real low, but we rode around his yard. And I mean, I guess if you know how to ride this thing, it's probably fucking nasty. But it was hard enough for me at 12 years old just to figure out throttling down to get around the corners. But I bet if his dad would have jumped on it, it was probably the same thing you're talking about, Tom.
Oh yeah.
I love it. I love horsepower.
Yeah, me too.
Shit, I bet it did. 1,100 horsepower motor.
All right, well, hey, y'all, I'm out of here. I gotta get some sleep.
It's
Get
way
my bed.
past your bedtime.
Oh, yeah, it is. Same as it.
Call me tomorrow, man.
Oh, yeah, well, y'all have a good night. Peace
All right,
out.
brother.
See you, brother.
All right, shine strong, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Night, Roach.
Shine again. I think that's what he meant to say. Shots. But I interpreted that as.
No, that.
Pretty sure that's what he said.
The last comment said they put a 1,100 something on something.
1,100 Suzuki motor.
Yeah,
I've seen that. Yeah. 1,100 Suzuki motor. Yeah, I've seen it done.
So I rode I don't know what the fuck. It was like a big kid go-kart. It's kind of like a dune buggy, but smaller. And it had an 1,100 Honda Magna motor. The four-cylinder I actually have a Magna, but mine's a 750. But back in the day, they made the 1,100, the V65, and I rode it was a Honda Odyssey frame is what it was.
Oh, hell yeah.
And it had a V65 motor. That thing was a goddamn death trap now. It was stupid as fuck. Like,
them 350 Odysseys wasn't fucking no joke anyway.
No.
I mean, that was before my time. I never rode a stock Honda Odyssey, but dude,
Buddy might have one.
this thing would smoke the tires through third gear on asphalt.
I should ask Roger. Does anybody recognize that?
No.
I mean, that 3- hieroglyphics glyphics. I don't know if that's a 6.5. I don't know what the hell that is coming off that 6.
Did you get that from Maggie?
Yeah, I came home with it. I don't know what the hell it is.
I don't know, brother. I didn't get here.
Go find out.
I do have. Hey, I drank right before we got on the call. I found. So I got a whole flat sitting next to me.
That's corn liquor for sure.
All the Maggie liquor. I've been drinking on it. But I found one of the little handshake bottles. It said peach. Probably one of the best goddamn peach brandies I've ever tasted. And I have no idea where it came from.
It's mine.
I hope it was, brother, because it was goddamn good peach brandy.
That had to be mine then. I didn't take
some of my peach brandy, and it was all right. I mean,
if it was that good, it was mine.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I didn't take it, but I credit for it.
Whoever handed me a handshake that had a little tiny label on the front, all it said was peach, that shit was bomb. It was high proof, but it was fucking peach front to back. It was good peach brandy. I don't know.
Man.
Good night, Roger. I guess I missed you.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. What have you been doing, Jim?
Draining the vein.
Oh, I thought you was off.
And refilling.
There you go. What you got to?
Oh,
I was trying to find my damn Genevieve jar.
Tom.
My damn. Okay, you got a jar of that Genevieve?
Yes, sir.
Well, let me hear you.
Ferg wasn't in the back.
I ain't had a chance to try it yet. I didn't eat. Well, I take it back. I tried it one of those nights, and I remember that I did try it, but I don't remember what it tasted like because I was fucked
up. Well,
the whole time I was there.
Somebody brought out Genevieve for.
I think it was
that was me. For me, what if you tried it? What do you think?
Somebody brought it out for a man.
Well, that's why I was trying to find it. It might be at my bar. I think I put it at the bar instead of just leaving it in the box.
Yeah, I asked Demon to bring it on out for y'all to try it.
Let me try.
What do y'all think?
See if I got it. Let me see.
I'll find it. I think he brought it out for Amanda and Jay.
Yes, he brought some out from Amanda and Jay, and she liked it. What about you, Tom? Do you recall trying it?
I didn't get to try any. Damon wouldn't give me any.
What the fuck? He had a gallon.
Not whenever he got to the damn jam, he didn't. By the time he got there, he only had. Hey, by the time Damon got there, I bet you he didn't have 3 swallers left. He drank it all.
I gave him a gallon. I told him to break it down to pints and to share with everybody. Good God Almighty, Lord.
Jim,
alcoholic.
Jim, I'll be honest with you. Not a fan, and I think it's the almonds, right?
Walnuts.
Walnuts. What I don't know, whatever it is, man. It gave it a flavor that it's not for me, but
it's not okay.
It could be great liquor. I'm not downing you because the base, when I get past the nut flavor in it, it's good. But that, I don't know. It's almost like a stringent, or I don't know how to explain.
Let me ask you this, because this is what I ran across. Did it taste like a stale nut?
Man, it's
like
I don't know. I mean, I would love to tell you, but man, I drank so much goddamn liquor. I just remember that it wasn't my cup of tea.
That's fair. That is completely fair. To me, I brought some home to South Dakota, and the nutty flavor, it just turned old and stale. It's like, what the hell happened?
Jim, keep talking about your stale nuts. That's what we're all loving over here. So
what I miss is the goddamn funny. Every time I go, come back, I miss something.
Yeah, you did, Santa. Try that. Try that.
And the fact that I got a big swallower of them stale nuts is even better.
What are you talking about?
He talking about his Genevieve.
Genevieve.
And he said he wanted to know if it tasted like an old stale nut. Lisa about lost. She's like spit Jaeger all over the fucking town.
Lisa started it. But go ahead, Sandy. You try that. Tell me what you think.
I can't find the damn jar. I'll find it, some bitch. I can't get to my bar right now.
Damon swears
my sister's remodeling, and I got fucking sinks out of her house. I got bandy tops.
No, I was there when they was tasting it. Everybody did like it, but
oh yeah,
I am the guy. If you give me a jar, I will tell you what I think.
Thank you. I mean, that's what it comes down to.
I'm not saying it's bad liquor, because like Santa said, that I make that Amburana liquor. I make it for everybody else because I think it's fucking horrible.
I'm not a fan.
Maybe they all do too, but they ain't never.
Did y'all get a chance to taste that Hell House liquor that Mark had?
What is
Mark
it?
Who?
Morgan.
What kind of
Hell House? Hell House is a liquor made by the Van Zants and all that. And Mark was trying to get him to do a podcast for us, and he went to interview, talked to him and everything, and they sent him home with the tourist stuff and a bottle of their Hell House, a few bottles of their Hell House autographs and stuff, and he gave me one and Roger one, but he also got another bottle and just poured some in a pouch because you wouldn't want to break the seal on the bottle just to taste something that sucked that badly.
Wow.
It was one of the worst freaking bourbons I've ever put in my lips, man. And I mean, and I've tried a lot of stuff at a lot of different places, and I tried a lot of shines and stuff. I got four distinct flavors for it. If that's something good, that's something that I can say good about it. And
was it worse than being triple oak shit that he had down there?
Oh, it was horrible, man.
It
had 4 notes, and all 4 of them were bad. The front end was bad. What hits you right after that was bad. Followed up with bad, and ended with bad. It was. And
then when you burped it back up, it was worse, wasn't it?
I mean, I would give them a medal for fucking something up as bad as they could that way. you'd think there would be at least one good note out of 4. The front note was kind of good. It's sweet. Nothing. I mean, there's nothing, no good characteristic from anything about it. And that's an impartial judgment of it.
Was this a legal bottle?
Yes.
So I've learned that a lot of people have more money than sense.
They need to hire somebody different. That's all I got to say. I'm not
bottle
saying
from
me,
store.
whatever, but they need to hire somebody that can run that distillery that
Dude,
knows what they're fucking doing.
If
I don't think you could intentionally fuck something up that bad, Wes. I've tried your liquors. Anybody here could make something and work and run that company.
But listen,
I'm telling you.
if I had the money when I first started running liquor, I'd have thought I had the best liquor on the market because I got
aside from Lisa, I've tried all of our liquors and they can't even touch it. They can't even touch it. I can't remember Genevieve, but I do know that I drank it and I liked it, so I know it's good. But I was so fucking drunk when I drank it, I couldn't tell you what it was, what the notes. And you also understand when you're drinking like that, you don't pick up notes like on a sober tongue.
No, I want the straight-ass, honest truth.
I was drunk from 12 p.m. Wednesday until even driving home about.
You both were with
about 10 a.m. Sunday. That's
me and Wes shut down every party every night. It's like every fucking night that I was there, it's like, where'd everybody go? And I look over and there's Wes.
He's hanging there like a hair to biscuit.
Except for Sunday night, and I looked around, it's just me, Roger, or me, Mark, and Cassie and Ann, and I'm still drunk and going on. I drank like a quart of fucking coffee shine on top of I don't know how many other. That's it. Just after I got there, I drank a quart. Yeah.
Sunday, give me some ideas for that coffee. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do up some coffee.
Yeah, I'm going to too after that. I'm not a big coffee drinker, but man, that coffee shine Mark has is fucking awesome, man. It is really good. I almost drank a whole fucking quart of that shit, and I've drank probably less than 10 cups of coffee in my life. Okay, I hate coffee.
What the hell?
And it was good. Yeah, I'm not a coffee drinker.
What the hell's the matter with you, son?
I've never liked it. It's always just been bitter and made. I've never been good on uppers except for cocaine. And every speed, I hated speed. I hated amphetamines, yellow jackets, black beauties. I hated them. Never liked any upper at all except for cocaine.
If it's got speed
coffee
in the name,
included.
It's got speed in the name, Wes likes it.
I hated it because I was always hyper as fuck anyway, man. Growing up, I was ADD riddled,
Is that redhead? Is that redhead in you?
Yeah, man, I was crazy. They didn't have the drugs I needed back then. Cocaine and marijuana kept me fucking sane.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
Somebody just asked if it's too late to get on. It didn't even show up on the bottom. It showed up over on the side. That
cool. Well,
what are you talking about? The New Hampshire in August.
What's up?
Dance.
What's up?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Let's give it to Lisa for a second.
I got a question.
Oh, Lisa wants to speak.
But they suck. The Van Zants that come in New Hampshire, I get an invite to their bottle signing, whatever it is going on. But their alcohol sucks. So wait in line. I don't want to travel an hour. Wait in line 2 hours to something sucks.
Well, it's a great bottle to have their names autographed on. I'm sure someday it'll be a valuable addition to the collection because of that. And I love their music. I love them, love their music, grew up to it. And their brother, I couldn't worship enough when I was young. Yeah. But, if their liquor was just even halfway good, I'd say it was. But they really need to talk to somebody is all I got to say for them. Whoever finagled them into putting out a bottle like that with their name on it was doing them a major disservice because I love them as a family and as a group and the music. Love it, man. Not enough. I'm not a hater, but I'm just being straight up about that liquor.
So many people
that's the industrial world, and that's what I'm saying is most of the stuff you taste off the shelf ain't worth shit.
No. I disagree with. Most of the shit I get off the shelf is good bourbon, but good whiskey because that's about all I buy.
Whoa.
I mean, I know I make better than the Tito's and some of the vodkas and stuff, but most of the bourbons, you know, I'm not. I've been doing it a long time, and I'm not going to say that I'm making better bourbon
Okay,
than
give
that. That stuff's horrible, man.
I have a two, probably 100.
Yeah, I'm not talking about like Climax Moonshine and just like commercial moonshine. I'm talking about serious bourbons and whiskey.
What are we talking about?
I have 150 bottle collection bourbon. I would say at least a third of the $50 bottles that I've bought, I would greatly prefer what I'm in. And not just me. I've had other people try it and say the same thing. I'm not tooting my own horn, but you just make a better bourbon when it's a small batch.
I'm with Wes. Anything below a $50 or $60 bottle, I like my stuff better. Anything I'm sorry, I can't afford to go out and get a $60, $70, $80 bottle or vice on up the line. I can't afford
I got a $90 bottle of Widow Jane.
No, fuck that. No.
It's a fucking drain pour. I mean, I ain't going to because it's $90 fucking dollars, but I won't drink it. I'm not drinking it.
I'm one that I think you could do a blind taste test with a lot of $100 bottles against a lot of bottled and bond. Like I used to drinking bottles, you know, from Heaven Hill, and I'd say a lot of people they'd be hard pressed. Now there's certain people out there with a real man. That bottle's so big, Lisa. That's massive, man. That's like a half gallon, isn't it? Look at that. That's a big bottle of Jaeger, man. I wish they had that shit. They didn't make big bottles of Jaeger like that when I was younger, man.
They knew
I drank a lot of Jaeger back in the day.
They made them and I drank them.
Well, not when they first started. They didn't. I remember.
I used to.
I've got a Jaeger
mix that with the Orange Monster. I think it's called Chaos. Oh my God! It tastes like orange juice and Speedball.
I just remember drinking something that tasted like a fucking a cherry cough syrup. That's all I remember.
Nah, that was mixing it with Red Bull. Fuck Red Bull.
I ain't got a damn clue. But good God Almighty! But
we mixed it with Orange Monster. God.
But going on back,
I like Jaeger.
I have taken $15 bottles, aged it for 2 weeks in my own fucking white oak, and it has come out much better than this top-notch shit that they're selling.
I mean, there's a lot of $high bottles out there that are just that. You know, you're putting a lot into the bottle that I mean, I
will put Evan Williams bottle and bond against at least half of the $100 bottles I have.
Exactly. That's what I drink, man.
I'm with Santa where I will put that $25 bottle against $100 bottles, and if I give any of you a blind taste, you may choose one or the other, but it's going to be 50-50.
It's going to be that's right. It's going to be a very close call, and most might not even prefer it. A lot of these higher dollar bottles and stuff, man. I mean, like some of the Wellers. I mean,
if you're a seasoned bourbon drinker, you can taste the age and where it's at, and it is smoother, in my opinion. Is it worth 3-4 times the price? Absolutely not.
Have you drank that Elijah Craig 9-year-old?
I did. I sold Phil the last bottle I picked up. Actually,
it's pretty cheap. It's not expensive, and it's hard to beat that, in my opinion. It's got some rye in it, which a lot of people don't like.
Elijah 9 is $80 here, and if you find it,
Yeah, I got it for
it's not
60
mine.
Craig.
I like it.
No,
Elijah Craig?
Yeah.
the last
Fuck
the
that.
last bottle I got, I paid $80 for it, and I sold it to Phil at cost because I'm like, I don't even know why.
Yeah, I got
lost it.
some for 60 some.
I just
Elijah Craig
had-
9. Yeah.
No,
I
I
just have
tried
to be-
some of that single bourbon shit that fuck him. No, hell no.
Hey, you want to know a good bourbon that's worth the price?
What's
Blue
that?
Note.
Who? Pluto? Pluto?
Blue Note.
Blue Note? Now,
That I don't know what the fuck they do. It is a fucking barrel proof
I've
bourbon.
never tried it.
130 proof that drinks like a 70 proof whiskey. I mean, it's
Have
top
any
notch.
of you ever tasted
And
Jack
and actually,
that ain't been set on wood? I mean, wood works miracles.
yeah.
And Jack by itself, without the wood, white Jack, man, that is some nasty shit.
There is some nasty white dog
Hey,
out there, man.
It's got a lot of damn heads and fours in it. They don't
There's
care.
some nasty ass
Oh,
white dog,
yeah.
man.
If
Jack on wood is some nasty ass shit.
I won't drink Jack Daniels.
Right in your mouth.
Hell no.
That's his ass.
I ain't drank Jack Daniels since high school. Fuck that. Jack is nasty.
Okay.
Rock gut fucking whiskey. This is
Okay.
not good.
Once you understand and taste heads, tails, blasey, blasey,
Right.
then in turn, you know commercial liquor. And you can taste the shit in commercial liquor.
Horrible.
Exactly. Thank you, whoever said that.
It's me. I won't drink it. I won't drink commercial liquor.
Well, most
If
of it,
it's not-
most of it's that, some of it's that way, you know.
Small. You have to look for small batch.
Well,
Small
That Elijah Craig small batch shit tastes the same damn fucking way. I made better straight ass whiskey than that motherfucker did.
Damon bought us some of that blackberry.
Now there's a difference
Crown
between
Royal
the small
and
batch and single barrel.
Hey, Elijah Craig single barrel is some fucking.
It was
goddamn
voted the
good
best
bourbon.
fucking liquor in the world at the
Dude,
most prestigious competition.
I'll
And
take
it's shit all over.
I cannot even hold a candle.
The
Not even
bottles
close
on the
to an
shit.
Elijah single barrel, dude. That is top notch fucking liquor.
The bottles on
It
the
was voted
shed,
the best in
I will
2024.
get it, but whatever the fuck I was drinking, I was not impressed by.
I can't remember the exact. I think it's like E924 or something like that barrel was voted the best barrel of whiskey in the year. Elijah Craig.
No, but to go farther, it was the best of like 5. It kept going on.
Yeah, it's
That
I mean, but it's different. It's not small batch. It's a single barrel. There is a difference.
That barrel, Santa, that bottle is worth more than any bottle of Pappy you can find.
I know. I bought one off Bean.
I want
You bought one?
I want to try it.
Yeah, I got it.
That bottle, that
Yep.
batch.
Yep.
For how much?
$100.
No, I can't. Fuck that. I can make
Worth a
better-
lot more now.
No.
Bean's got like
When
3
it
or
was-
4 more.
When it
They
came
made it.
out or when it won the awards.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
I agree with Morgan.
No, dude, we're
Mark,
talking about a
cheers,
different
brother.
bottle.
Cheers.
Santa, that's a $3,000 bottle of liquor.
Is it?
Wes, cheers.
We're not talking
Lisa,
about the same
cheers.
bottle, dude.
Come
Yeah,
on.
we are. It was the
Cheers.
one that was voted the best liquor in America or the world, and I think it's 2023 or late 24 when it happened.
Did you
Maybe it
open
might have
it?
been late 23.
Did you open
Early.
it?
No, hell no.
That's a $3,000 bottle of liquor.
Yeah, it's like E or I 924 or something like that. Yeah, it was the one that won the major competition between them all bourbons. I mean, I'm talking Weller, Pappy, the whole shit shebang.
I'll give you 2,000 right now.
No, I mean I'm good, man.
Damn.
That's
I I want to live up in that era of Kentucky. Know the boys that know the boys that can get me a
Dude,
fucking.
I'm not joking when I
55
say I can
gallon.
turn around tomorrow and sell it for $2,500.
Yep.
That's a $3,000 bottle of liquor.
Yeah,
If you want to sit on it, if you want to sit on it and find a collector, that's a $3,000 bottle of liquor. Bourbon. So
right after the competition happened, that's why I was putting the word out there. I was like, if anybody sees this on either bottles, and Bean pops right in there, man, it was like, I've got one. So yeah, that was 6 months ago, probably
it's
6,
like
8 months ago.
no, it's not the same bottle.
Yeah.
That was late. Yeah, it might be the same bottle.
It's the bottle. It's the 924.
It's like it's like an E243 or
I can go get it, man. It's the one that won the competition of the best bourbon ever.
I don't remember. And there was only like 67 or something bottles sold.
Yeah,
and
and
they were separated between the states. So they did a bottle lottery within the states for those. Dude,
I can go get it. Let me go get it, and I'll
Go
show
get
it
that
to you.
motherfucker. Let's see what
Make
you
sure
got,
it's the right
Sam.
numbers. Yeah, I'll show
I don't.
you.
I'd have to look it up, Santa, because I don't remember. If it's, I'd have to look it up. But if it's the bottle I'm thinking,
It is the barrel that won the World Cup of bourbons and all.
That's the
in
one.
20
But there was
2023.
there was 2 barrels, and then there was a blended between the 2 barrels, and they all won
a single
awards.
barrel.
They all won awards.
Yeah, this is a single barrel. It wasn't a small batch. It was a single barrel.
But there's one of the 2 that is a $3,000 bottle. Either way, it's a $1,000 bottle of liquor.
And that's the
Yeah, as
one.
soon as it came out, I was putting my feelers out to find one because one I got was 2 barrels from that. I got like an E9 38 and it was like an E9 40 or some shit like
No,
that. And I
it's
was
a
like,
two-
man, I gotta find that fucking bottle, and I did.
It's a
you know.
it's a 240. It's a 240.
All right,
something,
let me get fucking.
243.
That's the one I had, and I poured it down the drain. It tastes like total horse shit. I poured it down the damn drain.
I just can't
All
see
right, man.
for any
I
bottle.
make. I think I make some damn good bourbon, but there are absolutely a lot of bourbons out there that beat the hell out of mine. I mean,
Oh God,
I'm
Hey,
not.
brother.
I would never try to say I make the best,
No.
but
Every,
I promise you, I'll never drink. I'll never take a drink of Jack Daniels or Jim Beam. Never again in my life. I ain't drinking it.
Mark, get your ass on the video. Mark's over there posting shit. Why ain't we got Mark on here?
That's the shadow.
That's Shadow Mark.
Oh, that's Shadow Mark? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You know what? I get them too confused like a motherfucker.
Hey, Wes.
Yes,
sir. He gets dried out and getting out of the shower. He's just now getting out of the shower. He said as soon as he gets out of the shower, he's gonna go see if he's got any more of them bottles. He fucking has like fucking 5 or 6 of them.
Who?
Bean.
It ain't the bottle.
Seriously?
Yeah.
It ain't the bottle I'm talking about then. There was only like 70 bottles that went out nationwide. There's no way it's the bottle I'm talking about.
I'm telling you right now, he sold one to fucking Sam. He found it and bought it.
I'm just saying it's not the bottle. I gotta look it up. Hey, hold on. Did any of you guys get, speaking of Bean, I reached in and grabbed it. Any of you guys get this apple brandy?
Yeah, but I already drank all mine.
I've been babying mine.
Wes,
I drank all mine up there.
High on the totem pole. I'm still under the dirt. I'm trying to get up there like you are, and I get them hand me down.
All right, here we go. Now here's just the barrel proof I drink out of. If you
See,
come
I
here
ain't
and
got
want to
that.
drink a fine bourbon, that's what I'll pour you right there if I like it.
Yeah, I got
I
bottles
don't
of
have
that.
that.
I like it.
I
Here's
got a
small.
couple
Here's regular bottle of small batch.
I don't have that one either.
That's it right there.
Blue label, yeah. That's hang on. Show me the batch.
Let me
It's
get my-
blue label. It's the right. You're
I
getting
know.
there.
I know it's
You're
right one.
getting there.
It's the winner.
Elijah, right? I'll have to look for it up here.
I'm on to call. I'm on to call Phil.
B 523.
That's it.
No,
B 523.
no. It's
No, that's not me. Maybe
That's
that's
the
beverage.
winner. That's the one that won the competition right there. B 523. Here's
it
the
may
other
be
bottle I
one
had.
competition, but it's a E.
No, here is B. Here's B 521. I had the one that was two barrels from the best one. This is one I drink on. Okay, this is 2 barrels in the Rick House from the world competition winner. This is the world competition winner. It's B 523. That's the bottle. That's the one that you want. B 523.
No, the big.
I know it is.
The big money barrel's an E2 something. It's an E. Edward 2 something.
I know the one you're talking about, and that was the year before. That's a 520.
All right, maybe I'm wrong.
That's
But
that's E520. That was the year before.
Okay, well that's the one I'm saying.
That's probably why it's more right now. It's because it was 20. That was probably 2022, maybe 2023, and this might be 2024. But I remember reading about it, and I'm like, fuck, let me check mine. And mine was like B521. I'm like, that's 2 fucking barrels for the best in the world.
Yeah, no.
And I put my feelers out there, and then found out that Bain had this barrel. You know.
Yeah, the one I'm talking about it's a E Edward 200.
It's a 520
in 5.
It's 520. E520.
I drank it. And I didn't
that's
like
the money
it.
bottle. So I'm on this Facebook group that it's not even named after bourbon. Like it's crazy as fuck. You gotta talk in code. They use they use emojis for everything because they get called out if they don't. It's crazy as fuck. But we buy and trade bottles around Dayton,
right.
And we can find crazy bottles like that. And one of those popped up, and it was like $2,800, and I'm like, what the fuck? Because I drink Elijah Craig. It's my go-to.
Yeah.
I love
Elijah Craig and well, you know my standard Heaven Hill, but Evan Williams bottled and bond. That's what I normally drink. But
I almost.
You come to my house and ask for a proper drink. That is what you get.
I start Elijah Craig single barrel, and then, well, I either start Elijah Craig single barrel or I start Woodford double oak, and then I go bottled and bond. What the fuck is it? Green label, whatever the fuck it is.
Oh, you talking about my Evan Williams?
Yeah, Evan Williams bottled and bond.
Yeah, I mean, Heaven Hill has like this regular H&H bottled and bond too, and it's a little bit more expensive, but it's not any better that I can tell.
Hey, y'all like your Castle and Key liquor?
I'm gonna take a drink of this, man. I've never made a bourbon this good. I've made it a long time. Oh hell,
yeah, it's good liquor.
I've never made a bourbon this fucking good. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
No, absolutely, dude. I couldn't touch that bottle. You're drinking right now. No way I've ever made a bourbon that good. Castle and Key, Tom. It's good liquor.
Castle and Key, they were at Beattyville, man.
Didn't they go bankrupt?
They were in Beattyville, weren't you, Tom? Castle and Key out of Frankfurt.
I think so, but I didn't like what they had. I like their other. I've got a couple of their bottles. That blue label stuff, you know, that actually come with the key around the neck and everything, you know.
Right.
And I don't mind it. You know what I mean? But I'm just carrying on conversation, you know.
So, I mean, do you like brown liquor? Do you like bourbon, or you're?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I've got some of the Woodford, the double O you're talking about, and I've got some of the Elijah Craig, stuff like that. You know, I got Cascade bottles there, but dude, I know. I'm just saying that's just what I got on hand. You know what I mean? You know, if y'all want to come over and we mix that motherfucker with Diet Pepsi for a lot there, you know,
Dude,
when's the
Pepper
last
or
time y'all saw me drink dark liquor?
Dr. Pepper or nothing.
Been a long time. When I first started coming on here, I was drinking commercial liquor. I was grabbing a bottle off my shelf. And
Yeah, I've
having
made
drinks.
it for a long time, and I'll still buy that shit.
I haven't cracked a bottle on my liquor shelf in 6 months. Now I have people. When people come over, I'll give them a pour. I got a well, y'all don't know. I got a bottle of Blue Note. Again, it's fucking top notch fucking whiskey. It's killer. I got a bottle of Blue Note, and then I got a Old Fitz 13. Phil about fucking strangled the shit out of me when I told him I opened it. I'm like, dude, I buy liquor to drink. Like, am I gonna drink it all in one night? Fuck no.
Yeah, they'd probably freak out. They see some of these old Fitz. I got a lamp made in an old Fitz half gallon from probably the late 70s, early 80s.
This is an old Fitz. This is an old Fitz 13. And when I met Phil, I hadn't cracked it. And my buddy had a baby, and he came over and was freaking out about having a baby. He's like, man, I can't do that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, hey, let's drink a good whiskey. And I cracked that bottle. And Phil's like, I would have gave you fucking $800 for that. I would have paid you I'm like, I don't give a fuck, dude. I had $800 worth of fun with my friend that night. And we drank one drink. Just a 2-finger pour each. Like, it's still a full bottle. I don't buy whiskey to look at, dude. I buy it to drink. I mean, if I ever come upon a bottle of Pappy 23, I promise you, I'm gonna taste it.
Hey, you guys want me to end this live stream and we can just keep on talking or whatever? It's just 11:30. I'm about ready to go to bed.
Hey, if you want,
I don't care. I ain't going to bed, but
I'm not going to bed. Me and Santa and fucking Wes, we'll stay up till the fucking sun comes.
We'll be up till the crows.
Well,
we've done it before.
I know. It's damn 11:30, 11:20. Everybody say goodnight, and I'm gonna end the stream, and then we can just stay on here. You can talk all you want, and I'm going to bed.
Before we do this, is there anybody out there that wants to hang out with us after hours?
Yeah, let's do that.
Jump in here.
After hours.
You said you drank all yours. What'd you think?
Dark.
I just got off the game, and then I didn't turn it off because it turned off.
I don't know, man. I'll come look. Now, what'd y'all say? I'm sorry.
Send Cassie links.
I said you drank all yours. What'd you think of
playing Fortnite? You definitely need to be.
Oh yeah.
You're not even playing COD Fortnite.
You talking about Beans Liquor?
Apple brandy.
Yeah, I liked it.
God damn, dude. I got a sip on it because I was supposed to get a quart, and all I got is this little motherfucker.
That's what I got. I haven't tried it yet.
Hell, Bean fell out on me before I could get a jar. But goddamn, dude, it is. When it comes out with brandy, I don't think it can be beat.
I got a jar. I didn't get to try it, but I think the apple went sour before I got a chance to try it.
Is that taste or?
You got a new PC. Awesome. All right.
Bean says he'll get us a quart.
He told me that night at the picnic table too. Then we drank a bunch of crummy shine, and he fell asleep on the table.
That's how it usually goes.
Yeah.
All right, y'all ready? I'm gonna cut this thing.
Honestly, I don't know.
Did you send Cassie a link?
No, does she want one?
Send her one. Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know what we was drinking that night, but we was drinking a lot of it.
Oh, I guess not. She said good night.
Oh, okay.
What do you think, Santa?
What?
San Mark and
I said I don't really know what
I
I was drinking that night, but I know I was drinking a lot of it.
Oh, I was fucked up, man.
Dude,
I must say, I think I got more fucked up every night that I was there. Thursday night, I got pretty hammered at the pre-party. Friday night, I definitely got fucking hammered there at PhilBilly's. Or no. Friday night, I was at Rogers.
No, Friday night we was at PhilBilly's.
Was that PhilBilly's?
Yeah, Friday night everything started in the parking lot, then it went to Fields.
Saturday, yeah, Friday night I got fucked up to
You
Fields.
went to
Me and
Rogers.
West closed down. Saturday
started
night, I guess we shut down Comfort Inn.
Yeah, we went to the
Wednesday
parking
night.
lot, then it went over to Fields, then it come back to the parking lot.
Yeah, and then,
Hey, listen,
then Sunday night
listen.
I was at March with Mark and Cassie and
Next-
me and Roger.
Next year, I will not leave the Comfort Inn because the best party I went to all fucking weekend was right there at the fucking Comfort Inn. I'm not leaving. My truck is going to hit the parking lot and not move from Thursday until Sunday.
No, I'm gonna start ordering fucking pizzas or whatever at like 5 o'clock, get them delivered, and then
What
just.
is wrong with that fucking town, man?
Hey, before we go into that, let's just shut it down. I'm just gonna end the live streams. All I'm gonna do. Everybody,
What down, bro?
hey, wait. Fucking A Bean says he's got a B522 and a C922.
Yeah, the
he's got a
B522 is the B523 that won the award, and I've got the 21 and 23. I drink the 21. The 23 is one I got from you, and the C922 is good, but I think it was like an E520 was the winner for 2022, and I think that's the bottle that Wes is talking about. It's
Bean.
Okay.
Come see us, brother. Come on.
E is in Edward, right? E520, I think. Yeah.
If Mama
I think so. I'll look it up.
Jay wants to get on here, let him get on here.
That's the money bottle.
Then go
The
private.
E5 something. I don't remember.
I think it's 520.
That's the one I'm talking about. That's worth thousands, dude.
Well, this one will be worth that in a couple of years. You know.
Oh, it probably will. That's what I'm like. The one I'm talking about must be a couple years old.
I know the one you're talking about. Well, I'll
When you
fucking
got the-
Google it. I'm pretty
when you
sure
got
I
the
know.
Saying the Rick House number, I'm like, I don't think we're talking about
That's
the
the
same
one I
bottle.
drank. It tastes like shit.
But
All
that's
right.
my
Tastes like shit.
Tell everybody good night. I'm gonna end the live stream.
Good night, everybody.
Tom. Night, everybody.
Shit.
See y'all tomorrow.
Elijah Craig
If you
tastes
want
like
an invite,
shit.
call Tom.
That's right.